I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could you see okay?
Could you see okay?
I got to it for you.
That was
didn't
a good one.
We got jokes today.
you? Joe, you got a pen?
I got my memory erasing.
Please use it on me.
All right, all.
We got chocolate milk.
Our next item is the agenda.
Nice coffee.
No.
I don't see anything on the agenda that needs to be, we are definitely gonna have a long agenda tonight. Because we do executive session, very end, but there is a lot of business on here as well, so, I don't really see off the top of my head, after having a very brief discussion with Mr. Snyder, anything that can be tabled or moved. It all sounds like it's relatively time sensitive. So if it's okay with that, I'd like to move forward and get a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Ron is night name.
We got you.
All right, minutes, I apologize, I didn't receive any of my stuff, I'm sure it just didn't come in the mail.
I didn't see anything.
Okay, I did not, I'll glance very quickly.
And we are using new AI tools, which are helping the editing process. So that may be why you're not seeing much.
Really? Really?
So I was, in my report,
Didn't even give you credit for it.
in my report, I've replaced her with AI. Whole report.
Wow.
We really expect his work to go that.
Problem.
Mhm.
Anybody have any questions for the minutes?
No.
No, we need a motion to approve.
I'll make motion.
Second. All in favor, I'll vote with you. Good. Public comment, is there anybody, oh, let's sign this. This is for the meeting minutes, right?
Yes.
Oh, you have
No
one
one
to
to
speak? No one to speak? That's awesome. I'm gonna pass this around so we can sign them. Thank you.
And I don't know, is it too late to send, to have Mr. Little and Mr. Richards and Mrs. Comar's right after financials?
Yeah, we already set the agenda. Come on, pay attention.
Never mind.
Pay attention.
Okay, let's see, we are in minutes. Does anybody have any concerns about that moving? So you want to move,
I'd like to move the principal reports right after financials.
okay, everybody okay with that? Perfect. Public comment, you said no one's there to speak?
Sir.
Item number 5 is our Lee County Spelling Bee winner runner-up presentation, Mr. Schneider.
Okay, so Mrs. Comar, was your runner-up here tonight?
She told me this afternoon that her dad had to go to work, so
Okay.
she didn't have anybody that could come. So what we're going to do, I was going to ask if one of you or the superintendent could come to our announcements tomorrow and present it to her in front of the school.
Yes.
That was my suggestion to her, and I asked her if she would be okay with it. She tends to be a little shy in front of the school, but she said that would be okay.
I
So
think that would mean more to her though. Even being shy though, having all of her friends see that.
that's what I thought.
Mrs.
So
Arp, if you're here, would you mind?
What time does that
Don't mind
happen?
at all.
it would be at 8 a.m.
Okay.
8 a.m. or
So just
whoever wants to
park,
come?
pull in the parking lot when I bring all the kids.
Do you want me to give it to you? You want me to hold on to
No,
it?
you want.
Good idea.
Can do.
And so your announcements are right at 8,
Yes, sir.
right? Okay.
Right at 8.
I'll
So,
put them there
yes.
also.
And
So when you see on Facebook that we're not getting our people in on time, that there's a delay, just let them know. But
so we also have the spelling bee winner this year is Mr. Elijah Arp.
Covering it up, there you go.
Good job, Elijah.
Good job, buddy.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, about what he did?
Yeah, the other day I had to proctor his test, so they basically gave him an exam on the computer. And I guess everyone in the state that qualified within their local districts had to do this, so then they only take the top 25 to the state.
Yes.
And he got 22 out of 25, and I promise you, I didn't even know what half the words were. I
Fantastic.
was shocked.
He got 22 out of 25 right.
That's awesome.
So
That qualifies for
state now.
track.
Yes, he gets
So he
qualified.
won,
Well,
he
I'm
won
sure he gets it
the,
from his dad, right?
yeah. So he won for the junior high, he won for the county, and then the county took the top 6 winners from the county and made them do this online one, and so he won that one. So now he goes to Albuquerque, and then by some chance he wins that one, he goes to Washington.
Yes.
I think he's got a chance to win it.
Oh, yeah, he's got a
Nice.
chance.
It's awesome.
Yeah, this is my second kid to go to state. Chloe
Okay.
went twice.
That's awesome.
So when is state? I don't
We don't,
know the date. I have
March
it,
21st.
March 21st.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
we
I
won
wondered.
this Saturday.
Oh, good deal.
God.
Yeah.
Congratulations and good luck, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so
sir.
this is the same kid that he was telling me, not to embarrass him, but he's my baby.
He'll get over it.
This morning,
All right.
he came home for lunch and he goes, Mom, he showed me live pictures of hummingbirds when he went down to his job to feed the dogs down the street. And he goes, that proboscis, how do you even say it? You know what that means?
Yes, it's what they
Yeah.
unleash to,
Yeah.
yes.
The first time he said, I was like, what in the wild crats? Because my kids always watch that show. I'm like, how do you know that word? Like,
It's what they unfurl
I bet he
to
can
take the
spell it,
nectar
too.
out.
you know we can.
Good job, bud.
Good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope you represent well and get up there and have a good time, man. Take it all in.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
And if they ask you to spell dachshund, just spell wiener dog. That's what Chloe got out of.
Spell me some.
Dachshund.
Yeah.
I can't spell it. I always miss one of the H's. Just an H.
H.
D-A-C-H-S-U-H-N-D?
Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
DOJ.
That's what I'm saying.
D-O-G.
Perfect. All right, anything else for Mr. Elijah? No? Good job, bud. All right, financials, let's look at our budget adjustments.
Do you need one?
I actually got it right here. Just hold
So there's some behind
it.
you.
Ah, perfect.
Okay, so the first one is the SB 9 state match, and that was the award letter from PED, and that's $29,039.58. The second one is the final fiscal year 26 award for Title I funds, and that's $22,605.95. And then approval for maintenance and transfer bars to eliminate negative balances.
And that's all you have there?
That's all the bars.
Good. Is that a low bar, the state match for the SB 9, is that lower this year right now? Or is it
I don't know how they base it off of, to be honest. I just know we just wait for those award letters and they come in.
So there's no rhyme or reason sometimes on the state match?
It just seemed
Yeah,
like
I don't-
higher for
I don't know
you.
how they determine how much each district gets. I'm sure it's in statute somewhere.
We'll take what we get and won't have a fit, right?
Right, it's a true story. Anybody have a question about the increase bars?
Of course, if it's a decrease, then I question.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I was
What is
gonna
what it's
say.
saying.
That's no question. They don't take it away from you.
Right, right. So we need a motion to approve both of these increase bars.
I'll make that motion.
And for maintenance and transfer bars. Need a motion.
Second.
Gotcha. Second?
I'll second, yes, sir.
All in favor? Good deal.
And the next one is just the fund balances to date. The status of the SB 9 after that, like because it's so early, I didn't have any revenue, so it's pretty much the same as last month.
I have a question that you think I would have asked a long, long time ago, but I just noticed it last meeting, actually. What is the difference between local revenue operational at 15,200 and regular operational at 11,200?
So the 11,000 fund is the SEG,
Okay,
strictly SEG.
okay,
And so the 15,200, that's the local revenue tax, that's the ad valorem residential
okay.
tax.
In my mind, I had an idea what that was, but I was like,
Mhm.
just because this is operational.
And they're real similar
Come
too.
from- Right, right. Good deal.
Yeah, well, I try to make it like local revenue, and then like, I guess the
makes
operational, we could
sense.
put just SEG.
Right.
Cause that's something new that they just did, maybe this is probably like our third year.
Okay.
in it where they separated our taxes from what the state gives us.
RTG, right. And I had an idea that's probably what it was, but I try not to go with my ideas very well.
I know that.
Perfect. Questions on fund balances?
No, sir.
Our SB 9.
Yeah, the status of this, like I said, none of the revenues changed. We paid some bills, so your expenses, slightly changed on there, but there wasn't much, difference on that. I don't have anything, because we usually get around the 16th, 17th of the month, and yeah, we're just early,
this month. Yeah.
so we don't have any of that.
Perfect.
And so the tax collections again, it's the same as last month, yeah, I just reprinted it.
So we'll basically have March and April's next month, as long as April's meetings. are
Later,
normal time.
yes. So here's the cash sweep deposits on the interest that we received. There are three, or actually there's two of them. They, so the reason why there's two different ones, because in the middle of the month, I would actually, yeah, they had to, they changed it into, what was the word that they used? Their lingo was, I think it was the insurability on the six million that we have to keep in the account. So they just changed, it was like literally like a one little check mark box thing that we had to do, that it wasn't insured. So they did that, and so they had to like redo the count, and so that's why we have two different deposits for February.
Is that pretty low to you guys? Is that, normally we're higher usually than 85,000, right, a month? Aren't we more like
For
several hundred for the cash sweep?
For the cash sweep, no, because remember because we took out the $41 million from there, that's where majority of that was coming from.
But wasn't our last month like?
But again, we have 6 million, before we had only 1 million in the account that stayed, so
So 1 million is all
That-
that this is reflecting?
no. It's, when we only carried 1 million in our cash account, we had that extra 5 million in the account gaining interest.
Right.
So now that we took it out from there, from the sweep, we put it into a regular cash account. I don't know how to explain that part, but
So right now, we're
So
only
that's
sweeping
what-
$1 million?
no, we sweep all of it except for 6 million.
Okay, so that's been going on for a few months now.
This is our second month on it.
And our
Yeah.
last month wasn't much higher than this?
I don't think so.
Huh.
I don't think it was.
No, it's
It used to
been,
be way high
it's,
before we took that.
Mhm.
Right, well, I knew that part. Oh, okay. Maybe that's just-
I don't know,
that's all
we
it was.
can get you last month.
Well, it's just, and maybe that's what it is, it's just the fact that you,
Yeah, okay.
Just
which,
last month was
well,
the
it would
first
be
time.
because it would, so you have to look at your cash balances from like 2 months prior. I can explain all of that, like, I just don't have it all with me right now to explain it
Yeah,
to
well,
you.
if you could maybe get that for the cash sweep so we can see where it is versus where it was.
well, I mean, I trust it. It was
I
just,
know.
it just seemed like a drastic change, but it makes sense what you're
Yeah,
saying
'cause it
because we
does
were.
We have less money that's being swept because now it's 5 million instead of 1. I mean, it's 6 million instead of 1.
Oh, okay.
Just want to make sure I wasn't like totally making things like my head. Anything on the suite, guys? No? Perfect. Anything else, ma'am?
And so you can look at that, actually that Stagecoach sweep account,
Okay.
the statements of that.
Yeah.
And so that gives you your daily, how much we invest nightly, pretty much. So that 6 million stays in the account. That one right there. Those are your nightly investments. that we gain interest on, and then it's telling you how much interest it is.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am missing a sheet. There is another one that's missing, because it should be 238.
Which one?
Right.
What are we talking about? So this.
Or 276.
They're both on there.
Yeah, there's just a different sheet that.
Yeah, I'm missing one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, you were right. I'm missing a sheet. I'm just now looking at that. I'm like, wait, I do have we do get 238,000 a month. I'm just missing a sheet is what it is.
Unless you're going crazy.
But there's a lot.
We just never know. You never know, boss.
You were right.
It's so easy to think I think I lost my mind. It's a short trip.
Well, numbers gonna run together.
Oh, you're telling me. I'm not a number person, so.
Unless I have it here and I'm like, then I can compare.
Interest
Like,
received.
that just looks smaller than that number, that's all. Now, what it means, I don't know. All right, perfect, so I'm not nuts.
Well, that's still.
That's debatable, right. Very, very debatable. Or something. All right, is there any other questions from Ms. Nicole?
I don't know.
And Clarence will be here next month in person.
Yes, we did have that conversation, and we'll be meeting like the month before that he'll come over here with y'all and explain what we're gonna do going forward. Right now, we have the account set up to where like, whenever we get paid out on all the interest that we have, like right now, we have $200,000 in cash, liquidated cash. So I'm telling him, all we're doing is just reinvesting in more bonds with that. And so I asked him, okay, are we actually making our money, like, are we stretching it out? Are we actually making what we should be, or is there other ways that we can make more? And so he did suggest, instead of doing like 1-year bonds, to do 3-year bonds. And he said, you won't make a lot more, but you'll still make some than a 1 year.
Okay, and our money would still be liquid, and we would still have enough in short term that.
Yeah, because I told him like the way the revenue's coming in, like we don't need it right now, like to pay our regular bills that we have, or construction bills. That's what I'm looking at, as a construction, because that's what that money is, invested is construction money. So I was like, we were fine. So we're using the SB9 right now and just letting that accumulate with
And if
EBS.
it comes back to us, it will be back into the same account it went out of, you know what that is, and which is construction
Right.
and bond, or whatever, whichever one's kind of construction.
Okay,
Mhm.
good, yeah, I think the biggest concern is if we ever have a big purchase, these guys tend to like big purchases, and, we have liquid cash.
Say that right, Mr. Ross.
Yeah, and that's, you know, like right now, all the ones we have 22 bonds right now, and they're all for a year.
Okay, yeah.
So,
that's short term.
Yeah. So he can go over like all the maturity dates and all that stuff with y'all.
Good. All right, anything else?
I don't have anything else.
Perfect. Anything?
Oh, actually, I am starting the budget, and so I will need to see when a good time for at least 2 of you to be at the budget planning process.
When do you think I'm on the budget committee, right? Yes. When are you thinking?
It would have to be like after the board meeting in April. That way we can get in May to get it approved.
Right.
What I'll have is for next month, I'll have the salary schedule ready for next month.
I just won't be available the last week of April,
Okay,
but everything up to from the 23rd and earlier, I'll be available.
okay, the 23rd, okay.
That's a Thursday.
2021, somewhere in there.
Yeah, all of that's perfect. Yes,
Okay,
and I think Mr. Crawford is on that committee as well.
I believe so.
Right.
mhm,
Perfect, yeah, you'll just shoot that out to us and I'll be there.
okay.
We'll talk to Mrs. Crawford and make sure that she's
Do
available.
y'all still have the admin cadre meeting?
Yes, tomorrow.
When? Oh, that's
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Too soon, too quick.
Second Tuesday. So the next one will be before the board meeting.
In April, the second Tuesday of April?
Yes. We'll put you on the agenda for that.
Is that time, I mean, are you able to come in the mornings because they're,
Yeah, if you tell me if I can schedule
Okay.
ahead of time, I can clear my schedule.
what's that second Tuesday of April?
14.
That's when you want the budget meeting, right?
Yes, yeah, that way, because the majority of the money spenders are right here.
They'll be there.
Yep.
I'm a shopper, it doesn't bother me.
I'm a shopper.
I know it well.
Like, they're the education people, like, they're the ones that have to spend the money, so like,
What time are you thinking on the
uh,
14th?
at 8.
8 o'clock. Our cadre
Are
meeting's
y'all-
right before that, so that would still be good. Our cadre meeting's at 7:30? 7? At 7,
It's at 7, I mean, I get here at 7:30.
so you could do it at
So y'all, so you guys can have y'all's little meeting and then do it at 7:30?
Do it at 7:30.
Have your little meeting.
Your little meeting. Yeah, we can do it at
Is
7:30.
that fine? 7:30 in the morning?
Yes, 7:30.
Okay.
Okay with you? If not, let
Yes.
me know. If not, let me know. We'll see.
No, we can, I can do that.
Okay, so if you guys can have y'all stuff ready, like plannings, trips and whatnots for that April meeting.
April 14th, 07:30. Awesome. Anything else? Sure. this time?
But don't ask me cancel. So I can go. Cause I'll probably come up with something.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bills list. Once again, I apologize, I did not get a chance to go over it, but I'll run that now. For the sake of time,
I didn't see anything else.
no, Mr. Randy,
Mark, where's Mark?
which number?
Yeah, I got those numbers.
133550. Yeah, Mark.
550.
Materials for daily operations. Where's Mark?
Company, the maintenance properties.
I've seen something.
Something. It's just Mark.
13 is what it says on the bottom here.
What number is it?
Page 13?
133.
Oh, Mark?
Oh.
133550. Yeah. Mark.
Page 13?
That's what this is.
13355, there it is, MARC.
Yeah.
MARC is what we use for a lot of our custodial type stuff, like research or something.
I haven't seen it on there, but I was like, Mark, who we paying?
No, we haven't used it.
I know a couple of Marks.
I can change my name.
And bars like here.
Good deal. Perfect. Anything else, folks?
No, sir.
No? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, I thought you said you had a question.
What's that? That starting block for supply,
Page?
14?
Sounds like it's for track.
Which number?
Literally starting block.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Block.
Sports.
It just says block. I was like, that's an expensive block.
Oh, blocks. So,
$4,700 for a block. I was like, I could have made one for way
Oh,
cheaper.
Top of the line.
I could have made one for 4,500.
it's a nitrous boost, you just click into it.
It's for the new track, so it's new equipment for new track.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
No? No? Need a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve the bill list.
I'll say.
All in favor? Sign this form, folks. All right, item number, nope, we're gonna swap them around and we're going to go to item number 12, principals report. Mr. Schneider, whoever you'd like to go first.
I'm jumping up because
Never mind, it's not even your choice. It's not even your choice.
It's fast.
Right.
You go.
She's gonna make it brief.
It's
Get
quick.
out of here.
We were here 3 weeks ago and, all right?
It was
No,
just brief.
right, it was, yeah. it was short.
Shorter agenda, Mr. Douglas.
Mrs. Crawford?
Mr. Gus, you think the agenda might be a little shorter 3 weeks ago?
Right, Mr. Snyder?
It's quick. All right. So we did have a jump in students. We're at 295. And we were at 288 3 weeks ago. We're at 295 now.
Awesome.
Our pre-K, we've had 4 in the past couple of weeks. Elementary spelling bee, Kyrie couldn't be here. I appreciate you guys being there tomorrow at 8. We'll give her the plaque, her plaque. And then Read Across America started last week. We recognized Dr. Seuss Week, and the Woolworth Library had a great Dr. Seuss celebration.
Packed
Very
house.
It was
Yeah.
packed. And NHS, they always do such a phenomenal job helping. Our students love it, so they do deserve a pat on the back. Two Feathers, our student, she is Hopi, and Comanche, did a Native American dance for our student population today. And afterwards, she showed her father's beadwork that he does. And they.
This is a student of ours that did
It is a
this?
student. It's Marissa Two Feathers Tapia, and she
Oh,
goes by
look at
Two
that.
Feathers. So she did a Native American dance. I recorded part of it, and tomorrow I'll get that posted onto Facebook so that you guys can see it.
Nice.
And I was so impressed with our students because afterwards she did a little Q&A, and our students asked about her cultural food, the colors of her dress and why the colors, animals that symbolize the Native American, and the traditions, what instruments were in the music that you'll hear, and how did she get the name Two Feathers? Where's the feather? So I was so pleased.
What grade is she in?
She's a fourth grader.
She's a fourth grader and did this?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. So they're from California. They came here at the end of last year.
Okay.
And she was part of an organization there where they did Native American traditional dances. And she doesn't have an outlet or anything like that here. So she still practices the dances. And long story, Dad and I had a conversation, and I asked if she wouldn't mind doing presentation for the school.
That's really
And
neat.
so, yeah, it was very interesting. And Thursday, our fourth graders will start the state testing. We'll have spring break, and then the following 2 weeks after that, we'll finish up our state testing. Our child find is March 12th for 3-year-olds. 4-year-olds, we are going to do at a later date. It's just too hard to do all the 3 and 4-year-old screening. And then our pre-K fishing trip is at the lake on March the 27th from 8 to 11. If you're not doing anything, go out there and see our little pre-Kers and our parents. Yeah, that's all I
My
have.
kids fishing before, and I don't know, I call it fun at that age.
Well, so if it's the same,
I'm an expert at knots.
Right.
I'm an expert
Yeah,
at
so if you
knots.
want an extra piercing.
It was fun. There you go. We're handing 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds fishing poles.
that they have to put together themselves.
Yes.
Let me know how it goes.
Put it on Facebook.
Yes.
All ready? Let me see what's ready.
He's ready.
Thank you.
All right, we haven't had a lot happen since the last board meeting, since it's only been 3 weeks, but we have had a lot of athletic events taking place. Cheer competitions, golf tournaments, powerlifting. Just started baseball this last weekend. They played a tournament over in Kermit, and they won 2 and lost 2. Cheerleading, powerlifting, finishing up basketball right now. I'm leaving in the morning, driving up to Rio Rancho to watch the girls. And we had a send-off pep rally for them this morning at 9 o'clock, and it was packed, the visitor side of the gym. And of course, over half that was students. But afterwards, we went outside and made like a little tunnel on both sides of the road for the bus to drive through. And I bet it probably went from the gym almost to the new oil and gas building.
Wow, very good. It was awesome.
And the community was involved with the fire trucks and the ambulance and all that stuff. So it's pretty neat. This is the weekly bulletin for this week. As you can see, we have a lot going on tomorrow. Student numbers, 119 in the junior high, 169 in the high school for a total of 288. That's exactly where we were at the last board meeting. So numbers wise, we haven't changed. I've included the calendar for until the next board meeting, which is going to be 5 weeks. So we'll have a lot more to talk about there. And then I wanted to pass it around real quick just to show you, brag on some of our successes in academics. This is data. Our 9th, 10th, and 11th, well, she teaches 12th grade English also. Gave her end of year MAPS test early. She wanted to give it before spring break. And she has the students that are likely going to be going off to college. She has a higher level of English students. But I just wanted to show you the end of the year map scores.
Looks like there's.
Our freshmen,
No,
no,
It's stapled on the other side.
It's free.
3 pages, so let's see the meeting. Yeah, it looks like
do you have an extra one?
there's 3 pages total, right?
Yes. So 9th, 10th, and 11th, and if you'll just take a look real quick at the 9th grade. That line, the vertical line, dashed line, is the national average for students in the United States that take the MAPS test, the end of the year test. Every one of her students in the 9th grade were above the national average. The yellow horizontal bars down at the bottom, that means if it's yellow, those students are on grade level. Okay, so they're on grade level. That means all of our students are at least on grade level. The green's above grade level, and the blue is outstanding.
Wow.
So if you look at the,
That's impressive.
I said the highest score possible is 250, is that what?
yes,
Kind of cut off, but
In
242s.
yes.
That's spectacular, yeah.
And we're also encouraging these students with, I've made a deal with them that for each grade level, 6 through 12 or 6 through 11, because we don't test our seniors. We're going to give a most improved award, the amount of $200, a gift card for every grade level. Whoever improves the most from the beginning of the year till the end of the year is gonna get a $200 gift card and the highest score. Because those kids that score real high have a much more difficult time improving a lot because they're already at the top.
Yeah.
So this will encourage the top kids to continue to try so that they get the highest score, and the bottom kids, hopefully middle kids,
Biggest growth.
they're gonna try hard because they have a shot at the most improved. So our emphasis has been on this. Mr. Estrada put together a little data analysis comparison the other day, and he was comparing our MAP scores that we took at the middle of the year. And he took those same students and lined them up with the actual New Mexico, New Mesa, the test they take at New Mexico. This is basically how we assess them during the year so that we know if we're progressing at the rate we need to
This
progress.
is our interim assessment.
Interim. This is all in order to prepare for the state test, which they take, and we don't get the results back usually till the next school year. So this gives us some live data to look at, but when we line those up, it correlated perfect.
Nice.
Good.
Students in here that were proficient were being proficient on the state test. So this is giving us very solid data in terms of what we want.
So what we look at right now is basically 9th through 11th.
Yes.
All of our ELA is at or well above standard.
The other half is gonna take theirs, they're with another student, they're gonna take theirs later.
They're with another
So
teacher.
this is our, yes, the other,
So this is not,
This
this
is
is not all of them, this is half.
About 50, okay, well, man,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
but very few places I've been, you get those kind of results. They're doing a heck of a
That's
job.
heck of a job, yeah. That's fantastic.
So I wanted to finish with that. I thought that was outstanding news.
That is, absolutely.
Thank you, thank you.
I'd like to say one thing to you as well as far as so I happen to be in Santa Fe this weekend with my mother-in-law and my wife. And I feel really bad for saying this, but I should have known that the girls were up there. I didn't realize they were staying at the same place we were staying. So I just by chance ran into our team. And yeah, and they were spectacular. Like when I first saw them, we saw them at a distance. I was like, those are our girls. What are we doing? And at no time, by the time, of course, then we, eventually all met up and talked, but they were fantastic. Because there were I don't know if there were other kids, students there, but there was other teenagers there that were
Awesome.
nowhere near as well disciplined and behaved as ours were.
Nice.
So, and I was just from a person that saw them across the room. They didn't know who I was
Yeah.
until we ran into each other.
Yes, that's good to hear. Thank you.
I'm assuming he does a good job with them girls.
I
Yeah,
heard he
yeah.
was not doing so well at the last game, that he had food poisoning, so for him to have to stand there and coach those girls and keep them disciplined,
Yeah.
that's saying something.
Yeah, no, they were very, very good. And I was like,
That Sam don't need at that place again.
is there anybody else that needs to speak
Mr. Richard is within the principal
That's
reports.
what I
We're gonna.
I just didn't know if he was somewhere else.
He's got a CTE program update, but I'm gonna let him go ahead and do it because we have a special surprise from Mr. Richards, one of his
So
teachers.
before I get to report an
Let's-
update,
we'll just take
I
it.
want to present, probably once again, our professor of petroleum.
That's for petroleum, I love
He's
it.
all nervous.
And that's why I do it this way. So I want to kind of open up this presentation with an email that I received this morning. It says, Nathan, I just wanted to take a moment to share how truly wonderful Laura is. It was an absolute pleasure working with her leading up to last week's NC3 training. From the start, she was engaged and eager, but was especially impressive watching her confidence grow with each day of the training. Laura brings such positive energy and dedication to her work, and it is clear she is passionate about supporting student success. I have no doubt she is going to do incredible work with her students, and I'm excited to follow her journey and see the impact she will make. Thank you for having such a fantastic educator on your team.
Do you mind letting us know how you did on your test?
Yeah, been there, boss.
You don't
Been
have to
there.
tell us, but.
So this is from the program director for Festo for the National Center for Certification. So they provide certifications for industry across the board. And I'll visit a little bit more about that here in a moment. But while she was at training last week, she passed every test on the first try
Of course.
with the lowest score of 92.
Oh.
And now she can give 9 certifications to our oil and gas students,
Wow.
which is every certification except for 2 that the NMJC gives students through their automation and instrumentation program.
Wow.
Wow, fantastic.
That's impressive.
It is impressive.
Yes, it is.
Oh, girl.
And actually, Mr. Snyder asked me to present Miss Parsons before she went to training because the week before last week, she became a certified teacher. So I really don't know. She's grown and achieved so much in the last 2 weeks. I don't know. She might have my job by the end of the year.
Books lately? Are you just-
No, I've been in like a mental boot camp. 3 weeks, I think, especially, so yeah.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
She's our newest certified staff member.
Right.
Nice.
So we are super proud of her and probably more than proud, lucky to have her.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you
deal.
for everything.
Wow.
That's way cool.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, and I
Coach.
didn't let her know I was reading that email.
Oh.
She didn't even see the email, so. Quick update on some of the things we're doing with CTE. We are going to be rolling out, like I said before, a program in which students in JAL have opportunities to participate in programs in UNIS and vice versa. So our students in JAL will have an opportunity to participate in FFA. We're going to roll out a digital technology pathway. We are also rolling out a nursing pathway that I'm super proud of. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that here in a second. Here in JAL, we are going to offer a welding pathway, which our welding instructor, Coach Ross, will be going in June to NC3 training to get certified with Lincoln Electric. So that'll be upcoming. Also, culinary is one of our 3, and of course, oil and gas. We are partnering, and I say partnering because the partnership with the New Mexico Junior College is expanding and growing, and we've fortunately found connections there that are willing to think outside the box and work with us to find new exciting ways to provide opportunities for students. On one side of it, we're working on dual credit, trying to offer as much dual credit in-house as we possibly can. And that
have capability right now in any course?
currently, no.
Okay.
Currently, no. And we're working on it in several different ways. The NMJC is pretty strict on how they give dual credit because they're held to their accreditation services. So their even adjunct instructors have to meet certain qualifications,
Right.
but we're working on seeing where we can offer that.
For the NMGDB and NMGC to be accredited as a university, they have to have certain education requirements that they have to do that
Yeah.
we probably don't, right?
Right, so we're trying to see, actually have a list of dual credit options to see if those are things that, one, we have to offer that specific class, basically. And two, the teacher has to be qualified according to their standards. So that's one thing I'm working on. As far as nursing, we have finally nailed it down talking to industry people, including one of our providers at the clinic, to see which way we could best gear that program to benefit our students. We have landed on our nursing program is going to provide seniors with full CMA certification. So that's Certified Medical Assistant.
Okay.
And with that, they will also be able to sit for exams to certify for phlebotomy, drawing blood, and also a 12-lead EKG.
So break that down a little bit. They're gonna be working with the staff at the clinic.
So in that, so technically to sit for the test, you don't have to have so many hours for CMA. Other programs you do. We chose CMA because one, there are more CMA positions available annually. Two, their pay is higher than CNAs.
Wow.
They're more medically qualified. All of the
Yes.
nurses that are at our clinic are MAs.
Yeah.
So, and essentially they'll get,
Yeah, anything.
yeah, and they'll get paid more right out of the gate. So, we are planning on including like clinical hours. So, one of the things that I'm planning on doing here in the near future is trying to set up an advisory board, much like we did with oil and gas. To include both clinics, representatives from Norley and also the nursing program at the JC to try to align in that way. Ideally, what I would like to see is that junior year, students receive dual credit toward the nursing program at the JC. So I think that will help with their senior year where they're trying to pass those exams, those NHA exams. But I think it'll also give those students who want to continue to become LVNs or registered nurses, it'll give them kind of a leg up because maybe we can shrink down that 2-year program for them. So I think that that's one of the most exciting things coming out of that. On the other side is the workforce development side. I've been working with them to provide opportunities for seniors, in particularly like at the tail end of their senior year, like the last week or two of their senior year, if they are intending to go straight into workforce. The possibility, for example, the New Mexico Junior College has a 2-week lease operator training. In that lease operator training, they get PEC safety certification and H2S certification. Those are industry-wide certifications. They'll get those in the first 2 days. They'll go through the lease operator training school. The last 2 days are mock interviews with industry partners. Many of the students after they graduate that program get hired immediately. So we're working with them to try to develop that model, essentially allow those students the last 2 weeks to go stay at the dorms at NMJC and participate in that if they're going straight into that field. And we're looking at a couple of other different opportunities to do that. So I'll give you an update when I have a little bit more information on that. And finally, oil and gas had 2 field trips since the last board meeting. One was by our new industry partner, Mewborn. They've been really fantastic right out of the gate. I think we added them, they made 1 meeting, and then all of a sudden we were at one of their central tank batteries with some of their engineers and their operators, and they're really good kids. Our kids asked a lot of questions. They followed us back to the oil and gas lab and catered Outlaw for us, and sat and ate with us and visited with the kids. It was a really good opportunity, and I look for that to kind of grow and expand as well. Also, ConocoPhillips took the oil and gas program. Actually, they visited a drilling rig. They visited a central tank battery and a production facility. So those are the 2 trips that they participated in the last about 3 weeks.
Nice. Were those pretty beneficial trips for them?
Yes, it really tied everything from the classroom together. They could see it instead of just me sitting there talking about it. So
Right.
it was a lot.
Good. That's awesome.
Just so y'all are aware, Ms. Crawford just got on, I believe.
5:47.
And with that, I'll stand for questions.
These other additional programs, are we shooting them for 26, 27?
Yes, they will roll out in August.
Awesome.
Yes. I fully anticipate barring some catastrophic roadblock that will be rolling August 1. Yes, sir.
I remember you saying before that the kids would have up to 8 options
Sure.
between Eunice and JAL, is that
So-
still? I wrote down 6, but I probably
So
missed one.
that's correct. So this next year, we're gonna open up 3.
Okay.
I'm looking at potentially 2 other to add the following year. They were a little bit more cumbersome, I think, to get rolling right off the bat, and I wanted as much growth and changes was going on to make sure that we did it well. I don't think they were quite ready to roll out like the other ones, so. And I think it will allow, and I mean, really, when we looked at student surveys, the number 1 area of interest was medical, right? So I thought it was important to put a lot of focus on that. And also, if you look at our economy, and, well, first of all, nationally, the largest growing industry is the medical industry, right? And secondly, if you look at our region, 2 number 1 employment sectors are healthcare and oil and gas. So I thought it was really important to get that rolling right out the gate.
And then the medical assistant program will open from day 1
Yes.
doors,
Yeah.
from day 1, correct?
So to be a CMA, do you have to have a plan to become
No.
a nurse?
There's people that we have medical assistants with us that have been medical assistants for 25 years.
Sure.
So it's really a layered, however they want to go. How
Yeah,
far,
it's-
so that's awesome.
And they, their
It's
entire
a good
life.
and-
Well, can they take the national certification outside of this?
So when we visited other programs, you know, when we were on PCT and all these other
Right.
things, it was suggested that the NHA, and we've met with the NHA, they will allow someone who is not medically inclined, right? Like Mr. Goss, you couldn't proctor that exam, but I could because I know nothing.
Right. Okay.
I know how to put a Band-Aid on. So I could proctor it.
Right.
As long as that happens, we can host it
Okay.
in our building. But they suggested that we allow them, we arrange for them to sit for those tests in April.
Right.
In case they don't pass, because they're national tests and they're hard,
Right.
right? Then they can sit for it again in May. So
Right.
that's what we intend to do. That's
Okay,
our intention.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, they'll be hireable immediately.
Yeah, and there was a no-brainer. Once we figured out that we could manage a CMA certification within a year, I think that was a no-brainer. It would be better for kids.
Thank you, Mr. Richards.
That's awesome.
Very
Thank you so
nice.
much. Thank you.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Very good. Let me make sure we got this. Traffic trade schools, we have CTE. Are you okay, Randy, if we move on to the next topic? Item number 7 is now the updates on our construction and architecture.
Your time to shine, Grady.
Mr.
Whoever would
Your
like
turn
to.
to shine.
I didn't even see Mr. Estrada. I didn't see you over there, Coach. How are you?
Oh, hey,
I was looking
Coach.
for you over there.
Hey. Where you go, bro?
I'm doing fun, man. Out of here.
I was looking over there. I didn't even see you.
I am, I'm sorry.
All right, sir.
Okay, would you like me to go to the new scene?
If everybody needs something.
Whoa, we did that without any help.
No, I was like, now which letter? There's 26 of them. It's F. Okay.
Yeah, help.
Don't push it.
Right, come on.
Don't push it.
Just a little update on construction. Right now, Glasgow's working in the courtyard. They got the ramps coming out of the existing gym installed. They're working on the landscape wall around the edges and behind the elementary. They're waiting on a drawing for the fence line that runs between the football field and the elementary. There are some discrepancies with grades, so we're just trying to straighten that out. Once that fence is installed, they are installing the drainage gutter now on the main portion of that. Once that's in there, Barbara said they can start moving forward, getting grading in and start doing all the papers
Okay.
throughout the court.
What kind of fencing is going right there?
Wrought iron, black wrought iron.
That
Just
black,
like the
that
rest.
black
Just like the
decorative.
rest. Okay.
Like what was around the whole,
Yes, sir.
Indoor athletics, if you've been past it, all the topping slab is in. That's on the high level.
Do we have a total yardage on that?
Do you know the total yardage?
It was so much.
It was a
So
ton.
much.
I remember talking about it.
It was just so much.
It's
really
It's probably closer to 700 yards.
You could pave a 2-lane to Albuquerque.
Wow, there's so much concrete.
We could pave a 2-lane to Albuquerque. I'm just kidding.
You could redo 128.
Yeah, we could redo 128.
So that's in there. I believe steel is starting to arrive already.
We had a load of steel Friday and a load of steel come in today. Unfortunately, they shipping it in reverse. Everything up top is what they're sending.
Oh, jeez. That's logical.
So at least we're getting steel.
Right.
Sounds like government.
The 50-foot beams, they're about to be here too.
Should be.
That's what I needed first.
Yes.
And they were so long and heavy, they can only haul 4 of them on the truck.
There's 12 in the project.
So hopefully you'll start seeing some of the main structure columns going up pretty soon. Me and John has been trying to get in communication with our space frame people, which is all our roof line. They've pretty much been avoiding us until actually today. I just saw an email where they apologized again for not getting us their shop drawings. We're hopefully to have the shop drawings this week, hopefully next week. So my engineer can review them, send it back. Believe they said 12 weeks for production and install, so we're still a few months out before we start doing the roof line.
Is that a delay item? In other words, will that set us back?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, because I mean, once we get the steel columns up, we're pretty much
sitting waiting.
waiting until the roof structure ends, make sure none of that steel column moves.
Is there a way to put some fire under them to get this
We're
happening?
not paying them, that's about all we can do.
Really?
John's paid the initial deposit of, I think, 30%.
Right.
I mean, that's all we can do is hold the 70% until they do it. There isn't hopefully they get it to us, but there's only one other company in the whole United States that does this.
Oh, okay.
So we're limited on it. It's like dealing with elevators.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
We're limited.
So with the steel rolling in the way it is, and maybe where I can start, that is a very complex building.
Right.
I put a lot of steel up in my time. It's gonna be very challenging.
Right.
I mean, they still got to build all the floating track steel that's under there, so it'll take some time to erect all that steel.
Part of the steel barriers on CMU walls has gotta be fairly tall, so they kinda gotta be put in hand to hand. Usually we set steel up and then lay CMU, but put some of the steel up, then the walls have to come up, so it's very complex.
Okay.
I've been doing this probably 40 years, and this is probably one of the most challenging buildings I've looked at. It's gonna be an eye piece, but it's
Right.
also
Yeah.
a brain teaser.
Yeah, no question. I just want to make sure, I mean, I think we all of us, everybody just wants to make sure that, we're not in another position like, I know the glass is a much smaller company, smaller ordeal, but it's taken 12 months. I mean, they're taking a very long time, and that's how it started, was just by being a couple of months.
Yeah, and
So,
so over the last month, we were supposed to have these drawings in February. We never received them, so we and John set up a meeting with them, talked to them, they said beginning of March. And over the last couple of weeks, he's copied me in all his emails he's been sending to this company. They weren't replying, so John called me. He sent an email, 5 minutes later, I sent an email. I contacted some of their top people, and we finally got an answer today
okay.
from them. So hopefully we'll see something moving, so it doesn't put too much of a delay on the project. Like I said, it is complex to be able to get that wide open buildings.
Right, all right.
It'll take some time to build the structure.
Sure, for sure.
Next, in the concession stand slabs are in, so we'll probably be seeing some walls go up for those pretty soon.
Nice.
Baseball, me and Anna did a walkthrough of the locker room today and did our punch list. So we'll be sending that out to them for things they need to correct or that wasn't complete yet for the building itself.
It's looking really nice though.
Yeah, is our punch list pretty big or small?
Wasn't the biggest issue that we saw was some missing shelves. And then in the women's restroom, there's some damaged partitions that'll need to be replaced. But
It's nothing.
most of that was just some access panels in the ceiling were missing, simple stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
That was Omar's project, and he unfortunately, after 27 years working for Lasco, decided he needed to change. So he wants
Oh, okay.
somewhere else. We're kind of having to backtrack to catch up.
It's because you guys kept bullying him, kept blaming everything on Portland.
He's actually kind of going through a divorce and he just.
You mean can't work?
He decided that somebody offered him a job and he decided he just wanted a clean start everywhere.
Understood. Well, we appreciate what he did do, that's for sure.
And he's still, I just talked to him a while ago because there's still questions on, hey, where's this, where's that? You know, and he's still helping us, phone wise, but, you know, I wish him the best.
Right, yeah, pass that on from us too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for what he did help with.
The only issue we have out there, we talked to the inspectors. I can't get a CO on the building because we don't have the lights in the parking lot. I was gonna put them in, but with the city reworking that street, that could change the parking lot. John didn't want to put them in, bear the expense, and then they raise the street or have to reconfigure the parking lot and the lights are in the wrong position.
Yes, sir.
So we explained that our state inspector is not too difficult, but the state plumbing inspector and electrical inspector, pretty hard to please. And that was who was holding it up. So John called him and explained to him, hey, the building's done. Parking lot's like the rest of them. Can we use the facility? So they're letting us use it without a certificate of occupancy.
Okay.
Which is rare. I'm surprised they did it, but
Right.
they understand the urgency of y'all having games, so they went ahead and bent the rule and let us use it. And once the city gets us something, whatever they're gonna do that street, then we can complete the project.
So we're still waiting on
The city,
the elevations.
So.
I think we got.
So we got a 70% package from Stantec in the city. I've had my engineers review it. According to what we have, they're not changing the grades. They said they can't change the grades in that area. They're not gonna change it. It's just be redoing Merriman, adding the water line. I've talked to John a couple times about this. Since we have this information, they can move forward with the pedestals, electrical with the lights. Maybe we do the sidewalks up to a certain point and just, that's where we stop. And we can do some of the grading because it's not changing until the city decides to do the street. That's about where we're at. And then the city and Stantec are supposed to send me 100% package just to review. Along that lines, when I was talking to my civil engineer, they asked if we wanted to put in a branch of the water line to Merriman for later connection for you guys later. And I talked to Brian and Dusty, and we're gonna go ahead and add that off to the side, stub it out. So future, when they do put in the water lining, we can connect on that side instead of going across the properties
Right.
behind you.
That makes sense. Any feedback from the city as far as what the holdup is?
Funding. When I talked to JD in the city, it was
Oh, okay.
funding, waiting on Stantec's drawings, and then they're trying to get funding.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I have no idea how that thing works over there.
All you have to say is JD.
Okay.
Sorry. Maybe he's listening. I don't know. Hope he is. What's that?
He's a blessing to him.
To the city?
He's helped us out a lot.
Abby?
He helped a lot on the alleyway.
Yeah.
Make sure everything was squared up.
Good for them.
All right.
Good for them.
Junior high,
Junior high.
I'm glad he's helped.
Moving on.
junior high, you've seen all the exterior walls have gone up. They were doing the waterproofing I think almost all the windows in, or almost all the windows on the lower level, are in, with the glass. That one's got the glass.
Yeah, we got glass.
Um,
Different company.
Right, yeah, that's what.
So, this drawing actually on the bottom is probably a little, this is from the last time I was here 3 weeks ago, so in the last 2 weeks, there was a lot more chipboard, they're putting insulation in the walls. And
There's a whole lot more in this.
Yeah.
And we have an inspection tomorrow on insulation.
That's the one building that I'm like, what is take that? Because, it just seems like it hit a point, and of course you can't see in. So it's like, what is it? Have I stopped working on this?
Yeah.
instead of being in the hole, now they're inside the walls. so
Right,
they still
yeah,
can see
yeah,
it.
see it, exactly.
Yeah, there was a hole forever.
Yeah, it was a whole forever.
There's a lot going on in junior.
Oh, I figured so. It's just funny, you drop, I'm like, it looks the same as it always has. Except it has windows.
You can go to the next one.
Action item.
Couple action items.
This
First,
is part A, 7A on your agenda.
All right.
Did we skip over the elementary?
We did.
Brian, did you skip through the
Yeah,
elementary page?
yeah, while they're reading through the question, go ahead and tell them.
In the bus.
No, it's talking about the update for the elementary.
I don't know if, are we at the bus barn yet? Because it wasn't on here.
Well, it was probably in there somewhere. I think we skipped a slide.
Okay, go ahead. What about?
But anyways, the elementary,
Pictures are behind anyway.
yeah, elementary.
Do you need this, do you need to show you this picture?
It should be in your board packet.
I didn't get, go back to the picture, I don't have a board packet. This is a board meeting, not a Mr. Snyder. meeting.
Right?
So there's the bus barn, so there's the elementary.
All right, I'll
There,
the
is that
elementary.
good? Okay, here's the elementary.
So the elementary is, Grady, you wanna kind of give an update on, we're mostly working on the connection corridor, it's all gym board in, window frames are in.
Yeah, I mean, we're real close on the elementary, just like I said, with glass, which we, glass supposed to be tomorrow, Wednesday,
Thursday.
and Thursday.
Supposed to be here last week, but he didn't have any employees show up, so we said he'd be here
So-
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week.
Mr. Snyder has a CDL.
And I can put in glass.
That's
I
it.
don't know about all
I have
that.
some suction cups.
We're over there, we're starting to sand and steel, get it ready for paint. And we'll make sure, get that, all that painted in there. Flooring, the flooring guys will be here tomorrow to finish up that little bit of carpet and stuff. So we're getting real close.
Yeah, furniture being installed on March 24th.
Okay, so we're 90%, if not better, really, right?
Over spring break, we've got a roof hatch to cut in, and it's in the office, and we're gonna do that over spring break, so it won't interfere with.
You know, I'm not just saying this, but this is skipping when I'm doing it like 2 sides at a time and I don't. Because
You did it on
this
purpose, bro.
this one, it skipped right over a while ago. There was another elementary.
Yeah, just another.
Hyper clicker.
Okay.
It's the bus barn, right there.
There, yeah.
Compared to this picture 3 weeks ago, the front wall here that's missing is now in.
Okay.
You can see the frames out for the 4 doors running across there. They're just still continuing to work on the CMU block.
We're close 90% on the block. We've got the steel bar joist here, so as soon as we get the block up, get the walls filled.
Right?
That building's gonna go together.
Nice.
Good. You see the roof building too.
Great.
Yeah, it seems really big in comparison. I mean, yeah.
So we did design the bus barn to ever hold, you can pull in a coach bus. So if you ever down the line for your teams or school get a coach, it'll still fit in there. So we try to design for the future as well.
Nice.
Good,
Very good.
because it's massive.
Yeah, it's big. They're gonna really appreciate that.
So action items, start with the baseball. Both of these action items that we're gonna go through are actually part of our contract, but we have to literally just have to have Brian send us a email on a letterhead saying, yes, you can activate this clause in your
Right,
contract.
right.
So this is just essentially to pay us hourly. This is just for the extension of the baseball where we don't really need to go out there anymore until the parking lot's done. So this is just any trips or anything we have to answer. It just pays us by our hourly rate per our contract.
Right. Which, we just approved one of these, I say just, within the last 4 or 5 months. Was that on a different project?
That was CES
Oh, okay.
upgrade, the upgrade to do our strategic planning for the CTE.
Yes, sir. You're right. Okay.
Because that was getting a little lower.
Right, right.
How did you remember that?
Man, what's that?
How did you remember that?
I believe that was
Weird things.
October.
I don't remember anything.
laying there.
I think that was October's board meeting.
Wow,
October?
that's a long time
Good
ago.
kid.
It's a problem. I don't know.
He's getting used to seeing me running for money, so he's like, oh, let's keep it checked with this.
And then again, the second one is.
Then the second action item is for,
Plan develop.
so we were developing restrooms to go on the north side of the gymnasium for the playground. We've done the work. We were gonna do that as a change order for the indoor, but now that might not happen, so this is just for us to get paid for the work we did do.
Right.
If we decide not to move forward with this other plan for the CTE, we can send it as a change order and we won't do an hourly charge.
Understood.
But this is just to get ahead of the ball, so if we do move forward, we can close it out and be done.
Be done with it. Gotcha. So there's 2 different action items. So let's do the A and B. So we'll do them separately. Letter A is hourly services for baseball restroom project. just secondary to the Merriman Street expansion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Good deal. And then letter B is again, additional hourly services for the indoor facility due to the playground and restroom plan development.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second it.
All in favor? Good deal.
Is Ms. Crawford voting on that? Do you know?
Miss,
She's there.
oh, I'm sorry, she's behind Renee's head.
Yes to both, by the way.
My apologies, Mr. Crawford.
No worries.
Do you, so item A, did you hear what he had said in the first place about each of the additional hourly services?
Yes, sir. Mhm.
So item A for the baseball, and you're
Yes.
okay?
Yes, for both.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I can see you now. You're just a little box in the corner that walked by his head. I didn't know. All right,
Ryan, I
perfect.
think you skipped the page.
Of course he did.
Brian,
Looks like
clicker, back up.
There we go. So,
Just went 3 slides back. Okay, but.
so just to give a discussion item, with Dusty and looking at the junior high courtyard, we've gone back and forth on basketball courts, pickleball courts, all this, where can we place them? Pretty much we've scratched pickleball courts.
Okay.
But we still want to look at basketball courts. Where your current memorial gazebo is, in that little alcove between the auditorium and the high school, we'd like to relocate the gazebo more out towards the front, where we're doing kind of like a sitting area outside the high school commons, and then turn that little nook into maybe just, it'll be really small, won't be full size, but maybe 4 hoops with basketball surfacing back there so the kids can have a few hoops to play with.
Can they be painted in the future for pickleball? Is that possible?
It will not
Size.
be, it won't be
I
to
don't
the
see us
size.
using pickleball in courts.
You what?
So I don't see us using pickleball courts.
Yeah,
I think basketball courts is way better than pickleball, in my opinion.
I didn't know pickleball was such a thing. It just
I
became.
think
it just
Brian, I
became a
think
thing.
Brian made that up.
It's actually a very hot autumn.
It's a,
Right, yeah, right now
it's like a millennial thing.
Literally became something. It's like this sourdough.
I'm just saying in the future, I don't want us to have something. in
With
it.
all the kids that we have, they're not gonna be pickleball.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
co- and I'm
Is,
coaching.
Right.
it might be a silly question, but are windows a situation back there at all for basketball? I mean,
So like it would be in the central court, so outdoor.
They'll be on.
There's-
Couple of windows.
But I think strategic placing of the hoops could minimize that. There's a window on the culinary kitchen
mhm.
right there on that side. Just strategic placing on the hoops could prevent that. The other windows on the back side of the high school hall are up higher and there's a ramp in front of it, so they would have to really make an effort to.
Okay.
Sleeve.
What if
Right.
we did some sort of nice enclosing and then netted the top?
I'm sure
So we could do that.
I mean, I don't even know, I mean.
they can
Those
do
chain link-
whatever.
those chain link
Right, yeah, I
pipes
know
and
you
then
can do-
stuff like that.
I'm sure Masco has a couple of pieces of plywood over there.
And then the bottom half of those classroom windows there do have the ballistic
Sounds like they're bulletproof anyway.
resistant
I'm not too worried about basketball.
Yeah, I
shield
mean,
over them too.
yeah, you're right. I mean,
Oh,
they're,
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Good.
I think if it.
I hope a basketball don't go through a bulletproof
I
window.
don't know if it would go through it, but would it fracture?
Yeah, if it does, we need to call it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, we
I-
bought the wrong, they sent the wrong batch.
But they've also got that 3M protection on them that keeps them from shattering, so.
I just mean if they were to crack.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be.
We'll have
And we
to
can
see.
look at strategic planning of.
If we have to, we
if
can-
we need to put up a rail.
Would it be worth enclosing and just giving a?
Well, yeah, I don't,
Well, no, I
it's
just
way
mean-
off from the windows.
I just
know.
mean as in general,
finish it.
someplace for kids to play.
I just think that we need to put something over the windows if we need to, like little bars or something, just to keep the basketball.
So I can finish it.
Gotcha.
Put 4 hoops up.
Okay.
Well, and most of it's already concrete, and so that's what I was thinking, I mean, this is kind of a perfect place, you know, we still wanna honor our kids with the gazebo.
Right.
You know, and just move it to a better area and make that a useful
Area.
place for the kids, because like 75% of it's already concrete
Right.
over there.
That's true, right.
Okay.
So This is, of course, this is not actionable.
This is just
Just
the,
FYI, that you guys are moving forward and.
You'll see a change
Design. Excuse me, change ordinance and design
Yeah.
options, right?
yeah, we'll draw up, we just wanna make sure everybody's on the same page, and then we'll do the drawings, and then come back, and it'll be a change order to the junior high project.
When would the students have access to it?
Lunchtime?
Don't you say when it's finished.
Like lunch
Yeah.
hour?
I heard that coming out of your
Oh,
mouth.
like during lunch hour?
Oh, yeah.
I thought he meant that.
Are you asking when it will be completed or when?
Yeah, that's
what they
Like,
use it.
when during their day would they have access to it? Is it
You wanna take that?
just a lunchtime or?
So I think mostly in that area, they'll have access to it during lunch. It's possible that it is utilized some for PE classes.
Right.
But I would say the majority of use will come during lunch because our junior high students typically use the courtyard quite a bit before school and at lunch.
Right. Okay. Yeah, good. You guys okay with it? I'm not asking the coach, nothing.
Yeah.
You know you're good.
Well, just a.
Perfect. Mrs.
Figure
Crawford,
it is.
you good?
Sorry, I'm good. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, one more.
Awesome, yeah.
So go to the strategic planning we've been working on. This site plan that you see is probably the 9th or 10th iteration that we have gone through with Dusty and Brian. The last time we came here, we laid out, we had 6 options. We reduced it per Santa Fe meeting, per our meetings with Dusty. We came back with 4, laid them out on the table. Dusty, Brian, Nathan, we're all here. They all looked at it. Just to give you a little background, we've looked at putting the new CT building over the parking lot on the north, to the west, or multiple additions to multiple buildings. One of the biggest items was they weren't clustered together. We were separating them all the way across campus. We were trying to bring them together. Trying to add on to the high school is a no-go. You guys are actually at your max limit right now.
Say that one more time.
We can't attach any more things to the high school because you are at your max allowable square footage. That's allowed by this national.
PSFA?
PSFA tells us that? No.
It's the International Building Code.
Oh, wow.
And what's allowable for an educational facility.
That sounds important.
So we can't break that one, Lon? Can't break that rule?
No. Unfortunately,
Can we
not.
just build a whole new one somewhere?
You'll never know unless you ask.
That sounds like one you should probably
Can
do.
we like tear down?
We just want you to.
We can tear down stuff and then.
He's like, yes.
We like the truly rebuild. So we've went through multiple iterations. So this is what we came up as a team, like what would be the most beneficial solution for the school and the community. So to go through this, it would be to tear down competition gym and remove it.
Which one's that one?
See what you
The
started?
big gym,
The big gym?
yes. So,
Just wait.
Oh, no.
The new one.
yes.
Okay, I'll go.
So if we tear down that one,
Oh, no.
utilize your, instead of doing your addition to the left, which was like more restricted area because of fire lanes and all the electrical work that's there, that's your whole campus electrical work, we go to the right. With the CTE, now the CTE is a lot larger than the original one because of the program expansion and what the goal is to try to do. Use that space as a CTE, and then next to it, we can extend the elementary playground. We can add parking and entry there to the east. The CTE addition would also include your football locker rooms and your track locker rooms, coach's office for the athletics off the field. So that would be integrated into the CTE building, separated but integrated. Now, competition gym would move it over to this west parking lot, the south one, the big one.
Right.
First level would stay your parking. So then second, third story would become your new competition gym, practice gym, weight room. Yes, weight room,
Where do we sign it? Where do we sign it?
weight room,
Jim,
team room.
Hear me out. I'll call you tonight.
It's not a hear me out situation.
Lots of glass, daylight inside the building.
And we have literally bounced every possible thing around, and this is one of the solutions without losing,
So if you're,
Right across the street from the.
without losing parking.
You walk out the front door of the high school, there's a parking lot on the right, parking on the left.
So this is your new
Right
addition.
across from.
This is your
okay.
new addition.
Right across from Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that would be where competition, now that's the only place on your site that we could squeeze in a new competition gym. Because we looked at pedestrian bridges over Utah, we've looked at all these other options, there was some reason we can't. Now with the program expansion of the CTE, we're not 100% sure we can fit it to where it originally was.
Right.
Because we need a lot more square footage, which Brian, if you flip through the next page. So this would be, so Anna sat down, went through Albuquerque ISD, multiple schools throughout the country, what kind of CTE programs do you need to do and allow certifications in certain degrees. This is the program she came up with, and your square footage would be almost 52,000 square feet CTE building in total.
That's big.
The house, the programs that we've been discussing now, of course, we can delete, we can reduce, but Nathan and Dusty both have taken an initial look. We did reduce, well, we found a mistake. We did reduce almost 20,000 square feet.
It was 70,000 square feet.
Jeez.
It was a.
We were like, we were looking at each other like,
It's not that
really,
much.
70,000?
Not that much, just a little bit.
It's only 20 million.
It's only-
So right now with the current program that she has listed out and the first rendition that Nathan and Dusty has went through, we're at 52,000 square feet for everything. Now, of course, we would reduce 7,000 for what we would use the existing VOAG building for, but in total, that's.
Next question, what we get built first?
Hold on, I wanna see a picture of this gym.
Hold on.
We don't have
I
it
feel like I'm
designed.
lost
There's
somewhere.
no design.
There's, I mean,
So I have two
But it's not
questions.
approval either.
we
so-
just,
Right,
we
right.
just made all these improvements on things and built new things and you just want to tear them all down and just do have a do-over?
Well,
We
my,
haven't done anything to the gym, have we?
It's just been refreshed, but it hadn't been rebuilt or anything.
it's been over
I still call it
dollars.
Yeah,
So
I
here's,
still call it the new gym.
we've
Yeah,
spent a
everybody
lot of
calls it
money
the
on
new
that new
gym.
gym.
yeah. So because we had to restructure it and re-engineer it to keep it from falling over and all those things. We talked about knocking it down, Vern didn't want to knock it down and.
Something
Right.
about possible.
So I.
So now it's Brian's fault.
Right. Two real questions though. First one is, community belief, right? So much like when we decided, or when we were having community discussion regarding moving elementary school to this location, from there was a lot of community outcry, right? It was, the board had to do a lot of work in order to get it, for the community to understand it, which meant we had to walk them through the buildings, walk them through. You were actually, I remember she asked me a really direct question in front of everybody when I was over there as a community.
Somebody had to do it.
Absolutely. So we had to really sell it as a board, because our community, our voter base, tends to be the population that's been here a very long time, right? And they look at our facilities and they think they're wonderful. So in order to make something like this sell, we're gonna have to put in that work as a board, right?
And a lot of it is making room for the new CTE programs.
Right.
Which a lot
Well,
of
which is
people in that
great.
demographic love that stuff because they wonder why we didn't have shop class for
Right,
20
right
years.
until.
And it's kind of like what they like.
Right until we just say, yeah, we're gonna build a 2 or 3 story gym. And they go, huh? Right? So you're building a huge athletic facility, a new elementary pit or whatever we call it. I call it a pit. Redid the junior high or the old gym, right? Yeah, the old gym. And now we're gonna build this other state-of-the-art gym, right? I'm just saying that, I'm not saying it's not necessary, it's not good for growth and anything like that, but it's gonna require a sell from the board.
Yeah.
It will not be.
And this
won't be a decision that we can make and we just make.
And you've got to remember, this is an idea, but if the board has something that
Right,
they would like to do differently, we're way open to
Well,
whatever you guys think.
What's
To be
the point
honest,
of it?
so I guess the point of it is this.
Fit of it.
So
To have a
our
CTE.
VOAG building,
Fit of
right? Our VOAG building is very small. I mean, it was built in the original high school.
For all the new things we're bringing in.
So, yeah, if we want to increase all of these career and technical proficiencies, then we need space to do that. And generally, it's a located space or it's a consolidated building, much like on a college or a university. You have a health science building, you have an, English language arts building, you have those types of things. So that's kind of what we would go for here, but there's no way it will fit over there to the capacity that we need. And
So a couple of the things that we were looking at while we're doing all these strategic plans is one, the school did do a community survey, so we know what everybody's looking for.
Right.
and we did that.
The biggest thing, parking. Well,
Yeah.
we're about to build a building if you need parking.
Right.
Right.
Two, you guys are now landlocked.
And what was that did you say it was an international law?
International Building Code.
International building.
So that's
law.
what we have to design around
Okay,
to meet code by an international standard. New Mexico has their own standards on top of that we have to meld together.
who's in charge of the international law?
Federal.
Gotcha.
There's a whole community committee
Right.
that does those laws.
Trump would say building.
That law.
So in my second discussion, and of course, just something to think about is we're expanding significantly, which is fantastic.
Right.
Our student population is growing slowly but continuously. I just want to make sure that we don't overextend our footprint and get to a point that if and when things go down, because I mean, I've only lived here 23 years and all you people who've been here lifelong knows it does this, that we're not stuck with a footprint that we cannot manage, because then that leads to cutting programs, right? That leads to that operational money that if we can't afford it, what do we do at that point, right? So I just want to make sure that we think of those two things, because I can just tell you that from experience, that is what we're going to hear from the community. Those are going to be those two things that they're going to ask, and they ask very direct.
And I'm
It's completely
all for,
legitimate. Why and how?
yeah,
Well, yeah,
and I'm all for, I love the expanding CTE program we have. I love it. I'll bring more. That's great. I'm having a hard time getting behind the thought of tearing down stuff that we've just worked so hard to improve.
and that's the problem with growth and progress, is even though I really think, perfect example is look what we did with the elementary school, right?
Yeah.
And the high school, junior high. We built those with intent that we would have room for growth, right?
And we've already outgrown it.
Within a decade, we've already outgrown both of them.
Yeah.
We've had to add here
True.
and add there. So our intention was good. Park Hill, they definitely assisted us with that, and we thought about the future, but before we knew it, we filled it and needed more. So we didn't go into it, we did not go into it and without paying attention or without being aware,
Right.
But it just
became
it's
bigger.
here. Yeah, it's here.
And then even the CTE stuff has just recently, in recent
Absolutely.
years, developed, since we did the the high school gym's about 8 years old, by the way, the renovation on it.
Right.
It's going on 7, 8 years.
Well, and when you think about the career, and I'm not a teacher, but 8 or 10 years ago, we were very academic focused, right? Everything was college bound, college bound, college bound, college bound.
True.
Well, now we're realizing from our mistakes that, hey,
Everybody's going.
80% of people that they're workforce related, so that's the area, that's our responsibility as a
Yeah.
board and our administrators to address that need. And that's probably gonna be the need of the future. So as much as we put into academics, I think it's we have to be just as equally responsible to put into CTE.
100%.
But you're right, it's not an easy sell. And so the whole board knows, and Mrs. Crawford, anytime you want to interject or if you need to, let me know. It just is going to require
Work.
the board. Yeah, this will not be one of those things we just approve, right? If that's the case and move on from, it'll be a long, ongoing process with the
And
board.
you'd be out there saying, and if y'all are out there
Meetings.
helping to sell it, honestly, to say, this is why we're doing it, because based on community needs, our CTE programs have expanded faster than our academic. Well, in order to house those, you have to have a facility for it. It's
Well,
either
and-
there or off-site with kids driving across the highway over to the baseball. It's just not.
Can we just knock down Brian's house?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
can.
absolutely can.
You absolutely can.
That'd be a good
Everything's
spot,
for
right?
sale.
Well, actually, you know what's really cool about school boards though? So you know what's really good about school boards? We have this thing called power of eminent domain.
Right.
Can I interject on that one? I don't want Brian's property.
Oh,
It's in a
okay.
floodway. I don't. want-
Yeah,
Go west, please go west.
So
So
they
they
were
were
not this happy problem.
Yeah.
Hey, his property's worth a lot.
Right, so he has to pay us.
It's worthless. Or just build it over my house. Oh,
So-
I'll send you the airspace.
So that being said, what
Can you
I,
go to the last page, where you see the map again?
The what?
The last page.
The last page,
so, you know, what I,
right there.
what I
So I can
think,
get a visual.
right, you know, how I would envision this would be once, if this is the direction that the board is even interested in going, much like we did in the past, Park Hill would show us some renderings, show us some square footage needs and such. And then we hold community meetings.
Yeah.
Where we put that presentation up, this is what we're envisioning. And CTE requirements, these are the projects we want to do, or the education we want to provide, approximate square footage, tour the other area and say, this is why this is all we have. We cannot facilitate this. Here's the community survey that says that this is the second most requested, our first and second most requested item that we need to address, but we're landlocked.
Okay, so I've got a question on that. We're sharing with Eunice
Right.
going into this. We're sharing Eunice. Our kids are gonna go there, their kids are gonna come here. How does that fit in with
So
a new CTE?
here's what I would
building?
think of, and I'm just literally speaking off the cuff, so I have nothing to back this up, but I would not anticipate that their school district would be have the ability to fund anything on our district. I can't imagine that they would be able to
I wouldn't want
fund.
him to.
No, he wouldn't want them to either
Yeah.
because of ownership purposes, but now.
I'm just saying,
So
we're
there
already
is-
switching back and
Right.
forth.
Now, I don't know what that financial landscape looks like as far as, there may be some fund sharing at some point where they're able to.
Transportation or something
Yeah,
that's
that,
mutual.
you know, that we can combine some dollars, but I don't think I would want them to invest any money in our properties.
Yeah, and I wasn't even thinking about
Right.
that. I was just thinking about, we're already sharing.
So
Like,
Like-
we room wise, how much
This
room do we
program
really
is
need?
what.
Would this just
Houston
bring it all
wants
to
JAL.
us?
No, this is what JAL would offer.
So
No,
they're
this doesn't
gonna,
include the units.
so the strategic plan has an equal amount of options in both places. An equal amount. So it's like 4 options here, 4 options there for
Right.
us. We're gonna try and keep that right down the middle even. So they're gonna offer the nursing, we're gonna offer the oil field. They're gonna offer the this, we're gonna offer the that.
But at some point, if we go into this level of expansion, don't you think that a few classrooms and simulator areas in the CTE would be reasonable to move healthcare here to do?
Yeah.
No, look at there's 3 people, to actually have those services on site
Yes.
here?
It has to be looked at like in the future. Sometimes we might have so many kids, you really need a program in both
Well, let's
places.
just call it for what it is. We started off with Hobbs, thinking we would be able to use their CTEC, right? We were a part of that for
Yeah.
1 year, and then they rescinded our invite because their student needs, right? So, I mean, if we're gonna build a facility like this, we may as well be able to house it all
Right.
If we needed to.
if we needed to.
Sure.
Because the last thing we would ever want is that relationship to not work for some reason. I mean, I doubt that would happen
It's
quite like,
Eunice.
huh?
It's Eunice.
Well, and boards, I mean, you have so many changing members, all of those things that, I mean, I think if we're gonna build
And
something of this
staffing.
size, it would be reasonable to say, well, let's just make sure we have square footage for everything, and I don't know what that looks like. But, so what is the next step? What are you asking us?
So today was just to introduce you to
Right.
you, and then get your heads going crazy,
Right,
thinking
thanks.
about all
Appreciate
this.
that. Right here, I feel it. Throbbing.
You will.
We've looked, so pretty much just take note that this is for you to digest. We have the program sheets in there as well, for CTE and for the new gym,
How big is the new gym?
67,000
Oh,
square
yeah,
feet.
it's not.
How big is Eunice?
Their gym is.
Smaller
pretty
than
far.
Idaho.
So,
You know how big Eunice's gym is though?
That new one?
No, this is better.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All that matters. That's all that matters.
So this was designed just as very preliminary, shooting off our hip on what square footage. So like, this can house, our competition gym can house 1,500 people. Whether or not you need that big of a gym, so maybe the stadium shrinks.
Right.
Do you need a practice gym over there, or do you use one of the other gyms for the practice gym? There's all those things that we can reduce, expand, depending on what it is. The biggest reason that the CTE, like for the CTE couldn't go in the parking lot, because I need that first floor, because I need to go, we have automotive, we have oil and gas, we have wood shop, welding. That's a large material that needs to be brought in, you'd lose all your parking. So we gotta look at that, and
Would
then
that
separates from.
facility, CTE, be multi-story?
It would have to be 3 stories.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought.
We didn't max it out to what we're allowed to do.
Oh, it would be, I mean, I'm 100% for that.
Sir, how awesome would it be to have all that?
When you were saying we
Awesome.
couldn't.
I'm
go
100%
down
behind it.
Yeah.
By the
Oh,
square
oh,
footage,
100%
I didn't know if that just meant we were only allowed a single floor, or if we could, if we weren't quite there, we could elevate.
We can go up.
And then I've also instructed them everything they do to make it very flexible. So like you're saying, you could plug a nursing program in there, but you don't want to make it so made for another thing that you have to knock everything back out. No, where it's like just big flex open spaces that can be transformed into
We
whatever.
have the luxury now, in my opinion, we have the luxury now of hindsight. And I think we did what we did with the campuses was the right thing. I think our intention was definitely the right thing. I think we just grew, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
But I think with this one, we have the ability to look at it and go, okay, so we need to be thinking a little more out of the box than we normally do, so it can easily be changed if needed without having to.
Absolutely. And then you have the square footage there if you need it.
Okay,
And I do
so,
want to look at the financial piece though, and I don't know how that looks on your end, but I mean, we do have to consider
Absolutely.
the downturn, and we don't want to minimize, we don't want to start
And
Cutting back.
And
cutting
for-
staff, yeah.
And for me to be,
We don't need
for me to be conservative right now, we average $1,000 a square foot.
Okay.
So we're at 60 and 67, so you're looking at 60 million to 67 million per project.
Right.
So.
So,
lot of money.
well, and honestly, add 10 to 12 million to that,
Yeah,
because on property that size, I mean, we know, we've done this, that even a, $52 million geo bond cost 67, 68, 69 million by the time we were done.
and then what do we do about losing a gym while it's being built somewhere else?
On the, you would still keep that gym until they'd have to finish that first to tear down the
Well,
other.
So I'm saying that's
what would be built
already,
first?
New
yeah,
gym
that's
would have to
already
be
a
first.
problem.
So let me ask you this, do you think that that's the correct way to go, to put the athletics above?
If you're, but you're down a, we had the same conversation and you'd be down a gym.
Right.
But if you're okay with being down to 2 gyms, then absolutely could do the CTE first.
How? Yeah,
I mean,
and
yeah,
that's.
yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down
I don't know
We
what.
don't have enough seating in either of the other 2 gyms.
And that's what we came to the conclusion of,
You,
well,
that's out of my depth, I don't know. what that-
but it mentally in your mind, you're thinking that, but that's part of the, how you guys having to go out and say, this is why. We have to do this first, because if we don't, there will be 2 gyms.
So our CTE though, we're well over, I mean, from today, Fall Star Trolling, we're well over 2 years.
If for like these 2 projects, that would take us a year to do drawings.
To do drawings.
Just to do
To
the.
do drawings. So I've already planned out these projects on how long it would take. I was around 11 months for us to do the drawings, going through all the stages that we go through design.
Design, okay.
That's just the design
Just right,
part.
so then from
That's
that
not a-
point, that's not the build at all.
No, then you probably have another
18 to
2
24 months,
years
easy, right?
for each project. On top of that, and that doesn't include anything we do with
Right.
the community.
Right.
That's crazy.
So, and that's what I'm saying, so we're 2 to 3 years.
5 years.
Well, we would be 2 to 3 years out before CTEC could get started.
Yeah.
Something to think about. I don't know what that looks like. I don't have any answers.
I mean, we've
But,
already
I
got
mean-
it started, but it would need to be able to be the way we want it to be. It would need to
Right,
have.
sure.
Cause like we could go and do the current CTE design we did. It doesn't have everything you want, it just has the bare minimum, doesn't have any addition stuff.
Mhm.
But like what Nathan and Dusty was already seeing, to fit what we could in that little tiny space, they be happy you have a new building, happy you have these couple of new programs, you're gonna hate it in 2 years.
Oh, no question, no question.
It's not gonna work.
Let me ask you a question on the testing center. So those walls are manipulatable. If we needed to hold, let's say, a medical assistant class and
We could do
that
that.
in there.
That's absolutely
We
what
can
that is.
facilitate like that type of curriculum and.
There's
that
also extra
facility, right?
classrooms in that
Right.
that are connected to it. So you have a whole little suite in
So
there.
we do have
You
some
could
options,
theoretically
because-
put a CTE program
Right. Well,
temporarily.
The reason I'm saying is because obviously
Yes.
like a medical assistant program, you
Absolutely.
can
That's what that's
easily
for.
create that within a normal classroom and a little lab area,
Yes.
right? So you
We're
don't need
creating way
much.
more square footage than we're actually currently using, but that's on purpose. by
So
design.
some of that CTE stuff could be facilitated by what we already have.
Yes, absolutely. That's what we had just talked about that, like say if there was a cosmetology program, we could literally use one of the existing classrooms for it.
Are doors open by any chance?
They are.
Yeah, okay. So,
So
What's
this
the
is
next
just,
step?
this is just for you to think about.
Right.
We can come next month and we can make it an action item, like, hey, we'd like to start working with the community. I'm not sure how RJ all planned that at the very beginning, when we were doing all these other projects where you pay us a small fee and we help you with community events, doing the renderings, doing conceptual planning.
right,
If you wanna put that on the next board agenda to discuss, if that's a long enough time to start looking at that, we can, or it's kind of more up to you guys on
So-
what you wanna, how quick you wanna move and how far out you wanna think.
I mean, I think before we can put it out to anybody, and this is my opinion, you guys tell me, and Mrs. Crawford as well, if you have anything to interject. I don't know that we put anything out directly until at least we have some answers, some answers to questions.
And it's so preliminary, we're just
Right.
wanting to get you guys in to say, you're like, no,
Right.
put it out at the baseball field. I mean, if you guys insist on that, it will happen, but we just don't know a more feasible thing to do.
What about the land between Third and Main across from the high school parking lot?
That could be,
High school parking
right
lot.
right over Third Street is a highway and that is terrible.
So tell me where that is exactly.
Behind the laundromat?
Right across from the community center, I think is what she.
Oh, okay,
That lot
where
that
the
the city
laydown
has.
is for all
Yes,
that.
the
The
area?
city has that.
That's city land.
What's that?
That's city property.
Right.
And it's bumper to bumper trucks all day, and I really wouldn't want kids going over there back and forth unless we
We
have some
couldn't do
kind of a.
the
Walkway
bridge.
over the top?
You could, yeah. I don't know about over a state highway though. I have no idea how that works.
Right, I mean,
That's
there might be an
not a city
obstacle, but
decision.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
that
I
we
don't
can
know.
Work to facilitate.
I mean, is that
somehow
something we can look
possibly.
into?
Yeah, I don't.
Is
I don't
that
think
area
it's-
big enough?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I know-
I
I
don't
know-
think it is. I think it's half.
I think it's
South of
skinnier.
Heroes Pizza.
It's half of what the.
What this parking lot is?
Yeah.
It is,
It's
I
about
think
half
it's
of
there's
what-
a street that runs right through it. And then you got that little shack that used to be.
Yeah,
on
that
the-
shack building, if that has to.
But
stay
anyway,
over
this
there.
is just very preliminary.
Right.
So if you guys will just think about it, like what y'all are talking about right now is a good thing to have in our future discussions on it. Could that be feasible? Look at that and see. If it couldn't, then, that, what I'm saying is we could keep on searching.
And if you guys are sitting here and you all talk and you're like, what
See
would
it,
happen if
Jim?
we tried this? We'll go look at
Twenty
it
smaller
and come back and tell you,
units.
yes, you can probably do this, or no, there's just.
half of it.
Yeah.
And we can look at those different options.
Open to anything.
What we wanted to do, new fire station.
This right here.
It's kind of small.
Uh-huh.
Derek, was there anything else you have?
Nope, that was it.
Basically more truck parking.
Okay.
Too small, okay.
Okay, well, so the next step would be just some concepts.
Yes, sir. Yeah, can we do that next? Like to get some more, something a little better to see? Other than here, y'all approve this and sell it and we don't know what it looks like. I'm just saying, yeah.
If you're okay with us using the master planning fund, we can start working on some three-dimensional shapes.
What's, give us, I know you can't give us exactly, what's some ballpark cost on that? Just a basic rendering of that.
So if we would do a rendering without an actual concept of the building, just more of a massing block showing you this is where it's gonna be and this is how big it is.
Okay.
I think you would probably take, a couple days for CAD, our rendering guy, I think he charges $2,500.
Can y'all not just do AI?
Yes, but then I can't blend it into the existing
Right.
AI or
Yeah.
existing renderings. Our rendering guide has the whole model, the whole campus from those campus renderings. So we can plug that in.
We're not
there.
talking $30,000, $40,000 or $50,000 for this.
Maybe 10.
Okay. Oh, does anybody have any questions about that, at least getting some basic concepts? So we have a
what he mentioned
visual.
about, after we get past all that, what he mentioned about giving a presentation to the public would be great.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, and that'll be
We
necessary.
would have to have that to
Yeah,
do
that'll
that.
And that would be
necessary.
after you guys have said, our stamp is on this and this is what we want to do to promote.
Right. And then before we,
Like input on where they would want it.
well, so here's the
That's
tough
not-
part about this. Here's the tough part. So, and I'm speaking just blunt honest. When you go out there and you give
Options.
several options, you'll have several options plus another
Mhm.
5 ideas.
Mhm.
And that
Scatters it.
makes people angry, right? In my
At least scatters
experience,
it.
my opinion is, we have a plan that we sell. This is what we want, and this is why.
Right.
And this is what, we have to qualify why we would like to spend this much money, qualify why we would like to change the campus the way we would, and we would have to defend that. If you give a lot of options, it makes us sound like we're not making a definitive decision and we can't defend the decision. But we definitely want to hear opinions for sure, because that insight can really help. I mean, it can help us develop the project. But I think as a core group between us and admin,
And this is all based on community input, by the way. So if
Right.
you remind
we
them.
started off with.
And just the concept, introducing it to people. At first, like blows their mind, but some of them are like, well, okay, when are we gonna get it done? So it kind of puts it out there.
The biggest
It's a
sell is, the
conversation
biggest difficulty is gonna be the new gym district,
Mhm.
tearing it down. And then for face value, the aesthetics, they're gonna go, why do we need a 2-story gym?
Three.
Ryan,
Multi-story gym.
With Top Golf on the top.
Does it have
we're gonna have that
terrazzo?
over here.
Does it have
Right.
terrazzo in it?
Right,
Yeah,
no
it's over
terrazzo. So, why do we need that? Well, we need the parking space still, but we're landlocked and we have to elevate it. So, I mean, we have to think about those things. But are you guys all willing to at least allow them to move forward with renderings?
Yeah.
Okay. Mrs. Crawford, you okay with
Yes,
that?
sir. Yeah, I'm good with that. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, and we'll come back and discuss next.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
I should put a warning on the agendas, Mr. Schneider. Condensed agenda, remember that?
I know.
Remember that term?
Yeah.
I used that term, please condense the
Yeah.
agenda.
did.
Is there
I
anything-
noticed that. It was not very condensed.
Oh,
Not,
no.
not very condensed. He did not follow simple rules. Thank you, guys. All
See you
right,
guys.
you guys ready for this, if this is the decision?
He's retired. He does not care.
He is.
I just said this is gonna, with landlocked, you gotta have to find some staging areas. There's gonna be lots of steel in the 3-story.
No, I need to get a better glass cap.
We got a better glass.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we already got that
All the,
fixed.
all the indoor glasses.
That's
here.
fixed, the indoor
You might
glass.
want to order the glass now.
You're not doing anything for like the next?
Glass, he told me this is his last job. He just can't keep any help. And he said, I'm sorry. And I've used him for 30 years. He's never had this trouble.
Well, it's a big project, a lot of stuff, a lot of changes the last several years.
He's very, he's sorry that it turned out this way, just like he's gonna be here last week. I called, where you at? I have no hand show up.
Oh, man,
So it's
tough.
very difficult. And he's 70 years old. It's time for him to hang it up.
I get it.
Yeah.
Thank
Bless
you.
his heart, for sure.
Just one comment from a contractor. I've been doing schoolwork since 95. And you're right about everybody started going to computer stuff and pushing everybody to college. Not all kids go to college.
Right.
And over the course of time, I've done a lot of VOAG stuff in Artesia. And to me, I can tell you right now, we hire people all the time. And you'd be surprised how many grown men can't read a tape measure.
Right.
So you're pushing into a CTE, seriously.
You can't read that measure? Yeah, we expected
But,
that. Yeah.
I mean, look at us, look how the construction industry, we're struggling just to find help, period.
Right.
And that's what, and not everybody's gonna go to college.
Right.
But now we're struggling, the communities are struggling.
I think you're on to a
because-
good thing.
Yeah, it's because in the academic region, we didn't stress trades. We got away from it. So the students they haven't been introduced to it. So it's a foreign concept.
When him and I were in the field doing it, there was a man right behind you who said to take your job.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't even come to the job
Yeah.
anymore to
Right.
look for him.
Right.
You don't look for him.
Back when I was competing against John, I could get a job and the word was out that I'd got a school job. I'd have at least 100, 150 people come in, applications, and I can pick and choose qualified help.
Right.
You can get a job now and you'd be lucky if you have 30 come through the door.
Right.
And it's somebody that just left Allsup's that can't hardly run a cash register. And
Right.
I mean, it's seriously, the skilled hands have
It's a
went
deficit.
so far down. It's horrible.
We're trying to change that.
We'll try and change that for sure.
And I just want to say you're on to something because there's a lot of kids that don't want to go to college, can't go to college.
Right.
And with the college curriculums, with everything they force on you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's changed for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very
All
much.
right, thank you.
Don't make plans for like the next 8 years.
Exactly.
That means a lot from a man that's run a construction business for 40 years.
Right, no, I agree.
What's he telling us?
Some good information.
You see what he told us right there.
Yeah.
Build the
Right.
CTE.
Build the CTE.
Build the
You're like,
CTE.
And he's multiple people like that constantly with our oil and gas people.
No, you see
Everybody
that,
would
you
talk,
see that in the field.
and they're like,
Oh,
thank you
yeah.
for doing this. Something needed to change.
And then what's even worse on top of that is you have people that, like you said, can't read a tape measure.
Mm-hmm.
And then they show up and they just want to be the boss at 19 years old.
Yeah.
They have no work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can't even get
that's
there
the
on time.
second
Yeah.
bad part about
And
it.
you don't give them that, they get mad and walk off.
Yep.
Yep.
Think they're gonna go get
I'm gonna
someone
go
else.
get another job, and then after 3 or 4 jobs in a month, they can't get hired nowhere. So it's
I think it's.
small,
I mean,
small world we live in.
Yeah.
Right, it is. And they just don't understand that. Oh, it's such a small world. I mean, I think we're on the right track. Obviously talking these larger
Well, they're
projects.
signing up for these C-Tech programs, they're wanting to work.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's
I
for
think,
sure.
like even when we were growing up, or me and him, sure, it was pushed pretty hard college.
Right.
And then if you didn't go to college, it was like, why?
Right,
Mhm.
right, absolutely.
Now it's vice
I was
versa.
like,
Absolutely.
because I want to make money. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Well, one thing we also have to consider with these projects is, again, I know 160 million a project, honestly, I think that's low. Just unless prices and everything trend downward, they're trending upward the last 5 or 6 years. But, we can add 10 million to those probably. And our
Plus all
SB
the
nine
change
strong,
orders.
right, that's just it. Our SB nine strong,
Right now.
Well, right
Right
now,
now. Well,
where I'm at
that's-
now, they have a 40-year drill plan. Not to end, they're gonna drill, I mean, it's a crazy amount of wells per year, and that's just one company.
right, well, I mean, it's
That's a
there
good
for
sign.
sure.
Yeah.
It is, it's
Yeah,
there.
They're just one.
It's just so-
And that's here, that's not
Right.
anywhere else that they're
And
drilling.
this is just an introduction, because we are kind of at a crossroads again as a district. So that's where you
Well,
guys need to start.
The next piece kind of
Yes.
comes into it is, items of this size end up thinking about geo bonds.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother beast,
Mm-hmm.
right? To go to the public and talk about potential increase in tax. And of course, we are talking so far ahead of ourselves right now,
Yeah.
but those are all things we have to be aware of.
And we are less than half any other district. The closest one to us, we are
Yeah, but people still don't
collecting
like
less
paying
than
taxes.
half.
Right.
Of what they.
No.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
and you're absolutely
Want to
right.
increase
Well,
what? Why?
so it's.
That's why it's an information campaign.
Right, that's
Yeah.
exactly what this is,
Yeah.
information. We're way too premature to be talking about it, or to be really talking about it, but that's something we have, that will come down to. And then we have to sell that, and then they look at your buildings, and they're like, you have beautiful facilities, why do you want more money? Right? Again, education, right.
You guys wanted this, so we have to accommodate.
Yes,
because we're gonna-
absolutely, yep, absolutely, we just have to qualify it, that's all.
Not because we just want a new gym.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's the agenda.
I'm gonna submit my resignation next month, so you guys know.
No.
Just because you didn't condense
It's all
it,
on.
don't be trying to speed it along.
Yeah, he's all worried about time,
Yeah.
right?
I
All right,
did
so
condense it, I promise.
there's nothing condensed about this.
Not-
You should have seen the things I didn't leave on it. I mean, I didn't.
All right, so the
Yeah.
next item is our old business. The MOU update, is that?
Yes, okay, there is nothing there,
Okay.
other than it is with our attorneys, and they are working their way through the second one already. So I want you guys to look at something that's already been vetted through the attorneys, so y'all know what you're looking at, instead of just these wonky ones that they tried to put into one that I didn't agree with.
So we did have some discussion, or I had a brief discussion with Mr. Snyder sometime in the last 3 weeks about the MOU. And I don't, you guys may have spoke to him as well at different times or whatever, it was just in passing. But it does sound like, when we were looking at the MOU last time, that there was some changes in there to that MOU from our previous MOUs. So, it was obviously a good thing that we did not move forward with that MOU. Mrs. Crawford, I'm sure you heard that too. We didn't move forward with it for that reason, because they tried to condense We
Correct.
condensed the MOUs into one
Mhm.
MOU.
Yeah.
Because they were totally
Right,
unrelated.
right. So anyhow, just so you
And,
guys know.
and also, as far as that goes, we've also discovered a lot of new legal things with the SRO since 2018 in the first one. And that's what they're also putting in there. So there's a lot of things where they're covering us, our attorneys are covering us legally with this too. Not just- Because anytime there's a lawsuit, anybody involved, whether they pay them or not, is gonna get drugged.
Absolutely.
That's just the way it is. Now, that's
All right, item number B. So that's just an ongoing thing. That'll be. maybe on
ongoing. You
our
guys
next
may
meeting
see that in
agenda.
April. And
Uh,
there may be others with other entities, so y'all can have everything updated.
just make sure that those each MOUs are listed individually.
Absolutely. They will be in April. Yes.
Item number,
I'm sorry, but Mr. Snyder, weren't you going to share with us the 2018 version versus what was presented to us and
Did
the
you-
changes,
Yeah, and let me
the
get
difference between the two?
let me get that for you guys to look at, because right now, the reason I really didn't is the attorney wants to completely change it. And so I don't,
Yes.
know if it will really be relevant to look at the 2018 now, so I really don't know.
If it's gonna be completely different.
If it's completely different, you guys may need to look at it with fresh lens, and it really don't matter with the 2018.
Okay.
But I would still get it to you, that way if there's any argument back and forth, you guys know what the 2018
Is
was.
that the one we had?
Yeah.
Right, just to have some background.
We'll get that.
Sent the last.
Yeah, I'll get that to you.
well, that one last time was the one the city put together.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's a
combined them.
hodgepodge.
So that was good.
Oh.
We'll get that to you, and then we'll also highlight what the 2023 one added. And we'll just highlight it so you can look at it and say, oh, well, they did this or but there wasn't many changes. There
We
were.
just want to be able to look back, be able to reflect back.
And look at
say,
the
okay,
history, the
yeah.
progression.
Right,
Okay,
right.
I'll get
Thank
that for
you.
you guys in the April, and that way you'll have all of that plus the ones the attorney has, and try and I may get that out to you beforehand though on the 2018.
So we can all look at it.
And that way you have time to look at it before the one from the lawyer hits you, you know.
Perfect, thank you.
I'll do that. Practice field fan gathering area for $40,185.96, Mr. Schneider.
So we looked at that again. I had Mr. Loftus to go look and see what it was gonna serve and what it was gonna do. Because you're also gonna get one that's not on this agenda, because it will wait, is a new throwing events area that we've been needing to work on down on the other end of the field. That one will have more stuff on it. This one is literally for people waiting for their kids to get out of practice. It's really more of a community thing than it is something that serves us. It's more like, here, y'all sit here, and then the kids get out of practice and they're not go climbing on the electrical fence. That's all that this is. So we came to the deduction that the one we had will be perfect. When you see the other one, you'll see what we're talking about, because there's gonna be another one to completely reimagine the throwing events down at the other end.
So we decided a 10 by 20, because last time it was a little bit small. No, it was 10 by 20 last time too.
Same.
So it's the same identical thing.
Yes,
We
sir.
decided that is functional, adequate.
Yes. And you guys asked us to, look at it and make sure it was
Right.
enough.
Right, okay, perfect. And on your opinions, it's ready to go at that amount? I mean, this is the build you guys want. Anybody have any questions about that? Again, like you said, we did discuss this previously. No? Mrs. Crawford, any questions?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Need a motion to approve the go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Awesome. All in favor?
Yes, sir.
Good deal, thank you. All right, new business, letter A is the school
See,
calendar.
and these are all things that I
This is the
cannot wait till
first-
April, guys. I cannot wait till April. But anyway, there are two versions that we're looking at. Mr. Loftus can speak to this, but we did a data analysis on who's absent when, and we don't have school on Monday. Is everybody there on Friday? And if we don't have school on Friday, is everybody there on Monday? We looked at all the data that we had, and Mr. Loftus can speak to that. And go ahead, Mr. Loftus.
So the two options here, the basic difference is version one has a shorter Thanksgiving Day break, which was what we did this year, with less Fridays throughout the school year. Compared to version two has the entire week off at Thanksgiving, which prior to this year, which we have done. However, you do have the Fridays in the second semester that you have to go to make up for those dates.
At least two.
Yes.
January, and January
Yeah,
22nd.
and our data came out as a wash.
It's pretty much a wash because what I looked at was Friday attendance compared to the Monday and Tuesday of the Thanksgiving break from this year. It's pretty much it's bad either. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
either way.
you do it, there was nothing that suggested one way was significantly better than the other.
Right.
And we're boxed into both times with one with Memorial Day, the other with the county fair. So we're kind of boxed into where our calendar needs to be. So whenever we did these, we thought, okay, if one is the clear winner, we're all going the whole week of Thanksgiving. We thought that. Well, if it's not, then we're going to do the option. So what we were wondering, if you guys want to look at this, is it okay if we send it to the staff and let them look and see which option that they want? That's up to you guys, because y'all are the ones that approve it.
Right, so I was under the impression that we had the full week off in November dating back to a previous elementary principal, that's when they took vacation and they really liked that time off, and that's kind of how it blended into where we are today, or where we were years prior, right? So I don't know if that's still the case, or does,
There is one major thing that came down last year with the calendar, and where we were able to get away with that, you could still have some weeks where you could go to school 5 days in a week.
You could still do that legally.
We can't do that anymore.
Right.
We can only go to school 4 days in any 1 week.
Right.
Otherwise, you're considered a 5-day school
Right.
and have to go 5 days every week.
After we won the court case and Ed got mad,
Yes.
that's what they decided to
Yes.
do.
Well, I remember talking about that.
we don't wanna do that. That's like a
I'm
default.
gonna stay in the 4-day week.
Yeah.
4 days is more days than Renee works.
Eunice has already voted to go to one.
Yeah.
Lovington is looking at it as well.
Yeah.
I heard about that, yeah.
Everybody but Hobbs will be. We're the
So
pioneer.
if there's no benefit, my thought is you send the versions out to the staff,
Yes, sir.
and you guys just go on a popular vote? Is that what you do?
That's what we usually do
Pretty
with
much.
both campuses, how many at each
Yeah.
campus is for which
Just add 'em
calendar,
up.
we add them up, and that's the one.
That's typically what we've done in the
Yeah.
past for you guys, is come back and say, this is kind of what everybody's.
And the
I agree
reason,
with that.
Yeah.
and the reason why we wanted you guys to see, is there any data, and he has the breakdown if you want to see it, but it has like absences and any kind of a drawback to doing 5 days or not, and we just couldn't find, everything was just kind of like leveling up.
Yeah.
Right.
Staff, we can look at that, and it is leveling up where it really, either one of them overall is fine.
So, yeah, we'll just give it to the staff and then it's a popular vote, and then we'll base our choice.
Report back to you guys next month.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Crawford, any questions about that?
No, sir, thank you.
Letter B.
Can I use the restroom?
Sir, yes, sir.
No.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break real fast.
There's no time.
I was like, this is happening.
That's why I give you the cup. He's like, Jim's like, quit trying to rush to the agenda, you know you made it too long.
You made it too long, it's not our fault.
Yes, sir.
There's not much more as far as the curriculum that y'all have to approve before.
No, I get it. Yeah, this time of year is always.
It's just, and then next month is even gonna be bigger than normal, because not only is it 5 weeks, but there's only 4 things I put off. But they aren't, it's not.
Well, we're in the budget, we're in the school year, and every day in the school year is full of something.
Anything after February is a,
So it's still
you know.
4 days in a week. It's just-
And also the time change.
Monday.
The time change doesn't make it like it's not lasting
Yeah,
as long.
I know.
It's not dark.
It's not dark.
Dark.
Yes, sir.
I told you when I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna be here on that.
I know.
And then I realized, oh no, I
I just
don't have
said-
to be here for
I said,
that.
when I saw it, and then I thought, dang, dark chocolate.
So you're gonna
And
have to
then
be
I
here.
said, executive session too?
I told him, I
Should
said,
I call the wife and tell her to bring me a sleep bag?
right, I said, condense the agenda. Anything on it that's not necessary, get rid of it.
Hmm.
He and I have different beliefs.
You hurt your foot? Just old injuries. If we had a gym.
We call that old age.
If we had a big gym like we're planning, I wouldn't have had these injuries, you
But
know?
how would you get upstairs?
Elevator.
Oh.
Escalator.
I'm gonna be out of service.
Huh?
You better.
Only when you're there, though.
I was like, whoa, this was not on the agenda to talk about. I did not mentally prepare for this. He disguised it as, what do you disguise it as? CTE
Update.
updates.
And we're good, we've already covered that, so we're good.
Oh, he did slide it in there. No, he did. It says varsity gym edition. Like we were just gonna add to the gym. You didn't say build a whole
Here's
damn.
here's a question.
You didn't say additional varsity gym.
Here's a question. What, could we do it at the old gym?
What's that?
The gym?
Or no, the CTE?
Oh, in the gym?
No,
Yeah,
can we
where the
not- can we
old
not
gym is,
demo the
I can
old
do
gym?
that one. You know, not enough room there?
He doesn't want
He's
to
a-
demo the
Oh,
whole.
Laurel Harbor, that's the only thing.
No.
How old it is.
No, it is literally crooked.
It is.
Yeah.
It sits like this.
Oh.
No, the
Oh,
old
yeah.
Well, when they replaced the floor, I think it straightened it up.
No, it did not.
No, it did not.
Could I ask a question real quick? Is the indoor athletic facility not also possible to be used as a gym? Or is it just?
No,
it's gonna have just, it's gonna be
Yeah,
split.
it's gonna be
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, that's right, I remember that.
All right, Mrs. Crawford, you good? You back? Are you still here?
I'm still here.
All right, everybody else came in from the restroom. So we're back on.
Condensed agenda.
Yeah, right? Isn't that?
Condensed
Yeah.
Well,
Mr. Snyder.
That's number 9, right? Number 9.
We don't even know where we are.
Letter B, HMH math.
Okay, so that is the first math. That is the 6th through 8th for 3 years. And then the second one will be high school. So you've got them 2 different quotes. One is junior high, one is high school. And that's basically what the staff came up with, what we've gone with HMH before, and this is to re-adopt the math.
I was like, didn't we just,
Hold on a minute.
we just adopted this, right?
No, we haven't done the continuation. We only did 1 year.
Yeah, we did
This
this.
is for a 3-year extension.
Yeah, it's what we have. This is good. We wanted to see how the curriculum.
Yeah, how is the, I remember,
Absolutely.
we had,
So,
And they're all liking it.
and there's,
well, and we're seeing,
we're seeing
you know,
advancement.
yeah, you know,
We're seeing
when
a lot
Mr.
of
Little
growth.
put out the data, we're seeing it grow significantly. I guess the rest of our team this is what they want.
Yeah, this is what they brought to me. This is what they brought to me.
So I think that's a no-brainer.
Well, that's the section.
Yes, sir. There's 2 different quotes.
Okay, so, Mrs. Crawford, did you understand that? The first quote for the 21-186, that's for 6 through 8. This is a 3-year contract where previously we just did a 1-year contract to make sure it fit our needs.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Is on board with it and would like a 3-year extension. And the first,
I don't know any other route to go. I mean, if, I support them 100%, pretty much.
okay,
And to be honest, I'm the same way. I'm not in the classroom anymore, so if that's what they say they want to continue with, then.
well,
Correct.
they demonstrated the data, which showed improvement, so it seems that it's working, the teachers are. on
And I
board
did
with
ask
it.
both principals, same story, even though hers isn't up yet.
Right.
Same story.
Okay.
So.
Correct. Yeah, I'm good with that for sure.
So letter B is for the junior high math curriculum for $21,186.90. Need a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ms. Crawford?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. Letter C. And I have what do you call it? I always have a worry every time I talk about letters, because I used to say number C and
Yeah.
this is R.
Yeah,
She
you
would,
know,
she
number
would
C.
get off. Yeah, she's
Oh, I
like,
get
"It's
you."
a letter." So I always have a little bit of complex,
Numerals are a
mechanic a
whole
little bit when I
other-
get to them.
6, 7.
That's why I'm here all day long, every day.
Roman numerals are a whole different animal.
You go on the back of my car.
Letter C is the same thing, for a 3-year, extension of the high school math, HMH, for a total of $23,025.15. Need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, Ms. Crawford?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I know I have this something, I just probably did something else. No. that's okay. Okay, our next item is letter D, ARC strategic agreement with Lee County.
Okay, so this is a system that Lee County is going to pay for. If you look at the project cost, this is what they're paying. The cost of the district for JAL would be $2,000, and that's just for software updates.
Oh, I think I read
And, and that's a D. If you look at 9D, do y'all have it right
Yeah, we
there?
got it.
Art strategic, okay. And so what this is a district mapping program that's kind of like our Zero Eyes, and it uses it's gonna integrate with it. They're creating the platform as we speak, so Zero Eyes and Art Strategic will go in together and layer on top of each
So I
other.
saw our newspaper article and such about Hobbs using ARC.
Yes. Well, it's same, we're in the same boat they are, they haven't started it.
In the same boat.
But we use.
ARC.
Oh, yeah. It's a pretty good one.
Hey.
But I don't understand, because we use Eagle Eye, is that what it's called?
No, it's Zero Eyes.
Zero Eye.
So does Hobbs. They're not using Art Strategic.
So what is ARC doing differently than what we already have?
It's a district, it's a Lee County wide, not just 2 districts. Hobbs and Jowl are the same right now. The other 3 are not even using Zero Eyes yet.
Okay.
Completely. Some of them are kind of getting some Zero Eyes cameras. Unis is on the way to getting them. But this is just to integrate with what we already have. And what this does is it goes beyond the capability of what we have. So the one we have now, for instance, Zero Eyes, it has all the cameras where they're at, and in an emergency, it shows the perpetrator as they're going through the buildings, right?
I thought we had one that identifies weapons.
Right.
Yes, that's it. That's Zero Eyes.
Right.
This does not identify weapons, but it's going to integrate with it, where it will also identify weapons, which will
So
be
we're not
Zero Eyes.
losing Zero Eyes.
No. We're only adding to it.
So what is ARC gonna offer us then? I mean,
So
I get integrated, but
it's-
why do we have to worry
What,
about?
it's a
those other districts
district-wide
too?
program that Lee County has access to, up at their call center. The whole county has access to it. So when there's a situation, all the county they see it like the state police.
Oh, so the LCCA.
Yes, it's the state police, it's the
Right.
sheriff's
So-
department.
Well, but really, so
It'd
it's
be just state,
It's really more for them than it is.
just county and.
county deputies.
Local, right. It wouldn't be state.
It wouldn't be
They
state.
don't operate by.
No,
the
it's
LCCA.
county, Lee County wide.
Right.
Yeah.
So in other words, this provides monitors and such. So in the event that something's occurring, they can actively watch it in their communications,
Yes.
communication dispatch area, and they can relay it to their officers what they're seeing on our campus.
Absolutely. And Zero Eyes does not have
Does
that
not
right
do
now,
that, right.
but Art Strategic does, and they're already trying to integrate.
Here's the other side of that coin is we don't use LCCA and
That
JAL
was
as a
my next
dispatch
question.
center, we
Right.
only use JAL.
Right,
Yeah.
that's my.
So
next
would
question.
they have access to it, or just, would JAL have access
Yes,
to it?
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
here's,
Yeah, they already do with Zero Eyes.
so here's the, and I don't know if you understand.
Cause you
what
call
I'm saying.
911, it goes to Hobbs, and then Hobbs calls our dispatch.
Right.
There's not a
So-
direct call to the police.
So LCCA monitoring ARC
Mhm.
is not gonna benefit us.
Well, yeah, that's why we don't have to pay anything but the $2,000. But where we're gonna use it is it will do maintenance. So basically what you can do is put all the defibrillators, you can put all the fire extinguishers, you can do the fire exit plans in it.
Right.
And when you plug all that in, it gives us that for us only. So it's kind of made where we can use it just to benefit us for certain aspects of it, but the emergency part of it will be countywide, the emergency response part of it. So it's all different, and it's $2,000 a year for software for us.
Right. Hold on, let me see something. I apologize. I didn't read this just because like I said, I didn't get my information. I'm sure it's post office somewhere. I'm gonna wrap it up. Twin map. There we go. The flat one-dimensional footprints that are currently deployed into a digital.
It's also a lot higher resolution scans than what we have with Zero.
I mean, it's for $2,000
A year.
a year.
Right.
I mean,
Oh, it's definitely worth it, but I mean, the thing that we have to think about though is, I mean, it's only $2,000, but does it benefit us
Right.
at all? So
It does on the maintenance side, and we need that.
it just
So when you
doesn't
say
anything about
maintenance, are you saying it's
Yeah,
all like
look at
digital?
page 2.
Oh, okay, I
The
apologize.
districts will realize from having the digital twin to include in their preventative maintenance plan, a plan that extends the life of every school facility. So you can add a whole bunch of stuff just for us down here, like when they need to clean the drains, when they need to clean the roof. You can put a preventative maintenance plan in with it that we want to use.
But does
And
this
it's
take
still
jobs
included.
away from our
No, they need to
fire
be-
department
Oh,
to come and do these checks and?
No, they don't do anything. It's all internal
That's
with the
fine.
maintenance. Preventive maintenance has nothing to do with this other than we can use this program for our preventative maintenance. See, what I'm saying is it's not gonna, no, it doesn't really affect anybody else on that. And that's only something we're gonna see. They're not gonna see our preventative maintenance.
You know,
loving it.
and actually, there's a way to look at this also as far as, I mean, obviously, that's just a small little component of it. That's not the main benefit of it. The main benefit of it is somebody calls 911 from inside the classroom. It can pinpoint exactly which classroom that 911 call came from through, and then have a complete, visual layout.
It'll help SWAT.
Right, yeah, absolutely. It helps
Yes.
all of that stuff. So in the event we ever had a significant problem like that, it would be multi-jurisdictional, right? The state police and sheriff would respond. So in that event, the LCCA having that imagery would be beneficial. But what I would like to know is, and again, it's only $2,000, like you said, so it's kind of a no-brainer, but is there any room to see if we can deploy this within our police department as well?
It will be, yes. It's within everybody, every agency. So basically,
It's already out.
it will change our zero
Past
eyes.
that all the time.
So when you log into Zero Eyes, you're gonna see this.
Right,
Well,
okay.
our police already have access to all of that, so it's
So,
just gonna go
well,
integrate
it's-
right into what they already have.
So
See what I
according to
mean?
this though,
Mhm.
this has, instead of the flat one-dimensional floor plans that are currently deployed in every campus,
Mhm.
that you get a twin environment, multiple scans and photos, 3D advanced mapping,
Yes.
rapid 911 integration or SOS will pinpoint the exact location within the facility. Well, our thing doesn't do that.
Ours does that, yes. It shows where they're at even when they're moving in the cameras, in the
Okay.
system, yes. So the police chief and the police get it, and then it pops up on the screen. It does, so this is the thing, this is the way it works now. The police department over there, the dispatcher can't just look in on our cameras when they want to.
Right.
It has to be triggered before
Right,
they can.
absolutely. Yeah, that's
So
normal.
once the trigger hits, instead of seeing the flat one that we do now with Zero Eyes, because it does show like in red where they're at, and it follows the camera and it shows where they're at, this will be a three-dimensional version of that.
When you say where they're at, who's?
Where the perpetrator would be.
Okay.
Whoever's got the weapon or whatever.
Got you. Okay. all
So
right.
it would show, or it could be singled out by a staff member or something.
And it can
you know.
overlay with what we have at our.
It will
local
overlay what's already there and what the
That's
police
perfect.
already.
Sure, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
You're keeping them in.
Keeping our people informed, yeah, just because we don't use
That's
LCCA.
why I asked it earlier.
Yeah.
And really, it's $12,000, which for them, even that's not very much. It's just gonna overlay and help, it's gonna help what we already have, Zero Eyes, to develop a better, more 3D program. It's actually gonna make it where they're gonna get a better picture too.
So Hobbs is only paying 10,500.
Yeah.
63.
Yes,
Dang, that's got a pretty good deal.
yeah. And the city though is gonna pay that too.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. You guys have any questions about that?
No.
No, sir.
How long does it take to go live? with that?
So the county has not approved it. I just wanted to get it to y'all before they do. So you're gonna be like, well, why is JAL in that agreement and I don't know about it?
Understood.
That's what, so it just now came up. Their last meeting was just a discussion item, but it's coming up in their meeting in this week. So I wanted you guys to see it, so you will know what it is.
Right.
When it's like, JAL's in that? Okay, well, how come I didn't know?
Sorry, I asked a lot of questions.
Yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
stuff I know about. So
Yeah, it's an
all the rest of
important.
the stuff, I'm like, Perfect. Good deal. Mrs. Crawford, any questions, concerns?
No, no questions here.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So we already did the CT update. We are down to number 11, future discussion items. Anything from the board? Obviously, we're gonna have the calendar on next discussion, next
And the
board
MOUs.
meetings. And what?
MOUs.
MOUs, and maybe some drawings, renderings. We'll see wherever we get with that.
Also, you'll have the playground stuff. I had them taken
Oh,
out.
nice.
Oh, okay.
That's where
right.
he condensed it.
That's where I condensed it.
Yeah, that guy talked a lot.
Hey, can we discuss about having an optional gate coming off the bleachers onto the field? Is that possible? Is that a thing or no?
Where are we talking about?
Up at the football field?
The north end of the
On the south end of the bleachers?
Yeah.
Like a gate, because you gotta walk all the way under the concession stand to get onto the field.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can put a gate in right there of some sort? Like
the players?
No, like for people like that go in there like when I had to do the cannon deal,
You went
Oh, I
around to
had to
that
go
little
all-
opening right
You have
there.
to go all the way past the
So that's
concession
called
stand.
preventative health.
That's by design.
It's,
Looking on the cardio.
it's, not- hey,
Get your steps in,
I have to jump over the fence to get the remote to blow the horn.
That's really, sorry,
Now you
Mr.
know why
Sabah.
his joints
But
are bad.
that's-
Jump in the fence.
So that's by design, because that gate will be left open the entire time if it's there.
No, it's
I
gotta,
know from
it's gotta have a
experience.
lock, or, I mean,
Yeah.
just a thought.
Yeah. We don't want fans out there, and so that's my whole.
It's not like a security thing.
Hey, but there's like, here's another deal. There's no,
We don't want fans out
there's
there.
no
so we have
way-
Gates open.
there's no way nobody can get down there, and nobody can get up. Not even like the cheerleaders or nothing like that.
You don't need to.
Why do they-
Never know in an emergency or
Oh, the
something.
ambulances are right there on the field.
They're across the fields, the field. No, I'm just saying.
They're right there.
But they don't wanna
He just
walk.
wants to
They
go
don't
to
wanna
the
walk.
snow. He wants to go to
Oh,
the-
it's
Yes,
not
no.
up to me. I have a remote. I work it from the stands. It don't matter to me. It's just,
Right. It's a thought.
yeah.
And there will be a.
Because, and here's another deal, there's a place where there's a gap like that much, and there's kids running in and out of that place all the time. But,
So that might have to be.
yeah,
I apologize. I just don't know. I know where, I mean, obviously I know.
we need to
I
take,
know
we
my
need to
north
take a
and
cruise
south.
one day. and you'll-
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go get the gator, cause we're not walking. Mr. Loftus, you got the keys to the gator?
Oh my gosh.
But it's on the other side of the field, right?
Right,
You have to
we
walk
walk
down
to get
there.
it.
No, he's gonna have it ready for us. He's
Ah,
gonna have it ready for us in the parking lot. Thanks, bro.
Right.
Next.
Mr. Snyder.
We can look at it, Mr. Savantes, because I don't know if you understand. There's gonna be a
Yeah.
gate somewhere else down there, so we'll look.
Well,
I'll show
I'll
you.
just explain to you, I gotta
Yes.
show you.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good.
So items for future discussion, we just mentioned each of those. Superintendent report, here's our housing list.
Okay, and my report is very short. There's some more time we saved.
Yeah, it's only almost 7:30.
You know what? Who is planning on going to the March 23rd NMSBA regional meeting?
Where's that?
It is in Dexter.
Oh, it's in Dexter.
They'll come get me for that one.
Right after spring break.
Don't forget about that.
We didn't forget about it this year.
All right, March.
They weren't there?
20.
No.
And that is top sensitive, is why I
back
have
in
it on.
time.
What are you doing in Albuquerque?
What's happening? I don't know. That's
Well, the state cheer comp is Saturday, but we're gonna go visit some family.
March 20th, that's 2 weeks from today. And it's in Dexter. I'll be there.
What is it? March what?
23rd.
Yeah, 2 weeks
Monday
from
from
today.
today.
Can you put 2 months in the registrar?
2 Mondays.
I'll be there.
At what time is it again? Have you guys got emails for this?
Yes, there should be
I
NMSBA.
I think my email's down. Shelley was fixing it. That's why I haven't gotten it. At what time is it? 5:30?
Usually, yes.
And how far is Dexter from here?
That's about 2.5.
Yeah.
It's close to Roswell,
It's Roswell,
basically Roswell.
South Roswell.
So I apologize. We don't know what time? It's usually like at
Which is at
5:30?
5:30, yes.
5:30.
It's at 5:30. You'll be getting more information if you want to go.
Okay, yes, I'll be.
Okay.
You can send it to me, just in case.
We will. I'll let you know. I'll send it out. We already registered everybody, so if you don't want to go, just let me know. Or if you can't go, let me know, and I'll drop you off for the registration. So
Cool.
that way they know what.
Pretty sure I won't be there, Mr. Snyder.
Yes, ma'am.
On the
Okay, I'll put you-
23rd? Okay.
On the 23rd, I'll just be rolling back into town.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
And our next board meeting is, let's set that. I mean, it's already, we're still for April 20th, right?
Yes.
And then, Mrs. Crawford, you're part of the budget committee, correct?
Yes, sir.
So on April 14th, it's a Tuesday, at 7:30 in the morning, we're gonna have our budget meeting. The administration cadre has a meeting at 7. Ms. Nicole, Mr. Snyder, and the whole cadre will be here at 7:30, and I'll be here. And can you be here on that day?
I can. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, Tuesday, April 14th at 7:30 here in the admin building.
Sounds perfect.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. School board here.
Okay. And also, I just wanted to thank you guys for showing up to the oil and gas building grand opening. Everybody really noticed, the oil companies, the teacher, it was very well known, very well received. I'm just letting you guys know.
Good.
Thank you.
That was a cool little.
Cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely, cool.
And that is the kind of building that will keep us until we get our bigger thing done.
Right.
It'll work.
It might have to come before the gym.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Which is fine, however we want to time it, none of that's ever been.
Yeah, we're still
We're
early.
so early in it, yeah.
All right, anything else?
Okay, and that's all that I have.
Okay.
That was good.
When do we get the idea on the state award for, paving? Isn't it like this month, March, April, we get the award for, I can't remember. what it's
Land
called.
grab or
Which
something?
part,
The-
LGRF?
Whichever one helps us pay like 75%.
It's for that one and it just came out yesterday.
It was approved?
The letter did, from the state, yes,
That's approved.
yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just let you know, I'll let you know once again, that it wasn't as time sensitive, so.
Right, right.
April,
Well, that
you'll
was
have the
simple. It was
exact
just a
amount.
question.
Mhm. Listen, when
See
we
how
take
fast that
like
works.
condensing, like you take the stuff that takes a long time out.
Oh, yeah,
The
yeah.
quick things in.
No, I was just wondering because it's April or it's March. I knew it comes out like this month or next month.
It just came out yesterday.
Awesome.
Good timing.
Well, that's good then. Now we just gotta get the buses off of the bar so we can pay that.
Yes, that's the whole thing, it's keeping that.
Awesome. Anything else, sir? Okay, so next item is item number 14. In a condensed agenda, item number 14.
Correct.
Is executive session to talk about personnel matters considering Mr. Snyder's annual superintendent evaluation. Thank you guys. Need a motion?
Thank
to go- Motion to go into executive session?
I'll make a motion.
All in favor, roll call please. Ms. Art, good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Yes, thank you.
Who seconded that?
I did.
First, second.
I
roll-
was-
First, second, I'm sorry, yeah.
Or Randall, as he calls you.
I don't
Right,
know.
oh yeah, I was just gonna ask you for those. It's literally, right. Awesome.
Mrs.
This year's been nothing.
You're the best ever.
Can you,
Every
ma'am?
time.
It's not gonna help this situation.
Every time you run your stop sign.
What happened?
All right.
stop sign.
Yeah, where's-
Remember you
I'm
had-
I'll call Mrs. Crawford, I'll call Mrs. Crawford.
So we gotta get off of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
In that,
Mrs. Crawford, we're gonna end the stream and then he's gonna call
I'm
you.
gonna call you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
We'll call executive